Hey guys, J-Man here in the Danger Room. All right, I started a little bit early today because that's how it goes. I just start whenever I want. So I'm still waiting on my panelists to arrive because I kind of went early, and they're all thinking like, what's going on? Why is it started? So it is what it is. That's how we roll. It's loose. It's gonna be really loose. It's Sunday. We're going to do a loose one today. Just talk about whatever comes to mind. I don't know if I'll go the full 3 hours today. I've got a lot of stuff that I've got to take care of tomorrow in my non danger room life, and a lot of it is really irritating me and pissing me right off. So I'm a bit irritated today, but we're going to try to not let that stop us from talking about all the good geek stuff that's been going on. Hey Pikachu, you're here. Yes, thanks for coming in. How's it going, dude? Um, so yeah, I'm not sure what like exactly. Oh, got my Marvel cards here. I started watching. I'd seen John Wick, the first one in the theater, and then I missed John Wick 2 and 3. So I've started because we're doing this Wednesday. We're doing a live stream with the Action Elite. So I'm going to be on the Action Elite. We're going to go through the 3 John Wick films in preparation for that stream. That's going to be Wednesday on the Action Elite. Hey Andrew, what's going on? Yeah, I did my hair. I'm going into battle tomorrow. I'm going to be battling a few people tomorrow over some garbage that's going on in my personal life here. So I'm gonna have to. I have to go into battle. So I did my military cut, and we're gonna be tough. We're gonna be tough tomorrow. I'll let everybody know how it went. But yeah, I've been watching the John Wick 3 films, which I've never seen 2 and 3 before. I just watched part 2 yesterday, first time viewing. Um, I thought it was. I thought like I mean they're awesome movies. I loved part 1. I saw it in the theater. I rewatched part 1 to refamiliarize myself with John Wick. But part 2 is great. I think some people weren't as into chapter 2. I'm hearing, but I don't know why. I've been thinking it was the damn best, man. I really liked it a lot. Like all the intricacies, the locations, and stuff like that of where everybody and like just all the different things like the blood print, like the blood oath. And they have all these little medallions and things to do stuff in the underworld. I thought it was really cool stuff. Yeah, we're gonna do Doctor Who, so I don't know when that's gonna happen, Andrew. Not for a little bit. I've got Sean and I are gonna do. Sean's requested Superman for this Friday, and so Sean and I both love Superman. He's our favorite. So we're gonna do a big Superman thing on Friday. So then we're gonna do Doctor Who, you and I, at some point as well. Hey Arkham, what's going on, man? I'm doing okay. Doing okay. I'm going into battle tomorrow with a bunch of a holes who want to jerk me around. So that's happening. That's going to be happening tomorrow. So I'm getting prepared. Hey Josh, thanks for coming by. The Flash movie is turning into a Batman film. I know it is not even a Flash movie anymore. It's basically a Batman movie. Um, all right, so I'm gonna bring in. You all know who it is. Hey Steve, what's going on?
Hey,
Hey,
older.
another day. Yeah, I've been watching the John Wick movies to get prepared. Are you on that panel right this Wednesday?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we're getting ready for the John Wick panel on the Action Elite. So I haven't seen. I rewatched part 1 because I hadn't seen it in a while, and then I never saw 2 or 3. Or I no I for sure didn't see 3 100%. I didn't because I watched part 2 yesterday and I didn't remember much of it. So I don't think I had seen part 2 before. But I had it. I had part 2, so I'm not 100% sure but rewatching it or watching it for the first time, I thought it was really, really good. So we're not going to talk about it because if you're on that panel on Wednesday, we're going to keep all that fresh. So I don't want to get into it because I want it to be authentic when we're talking about it. Um, yeah. So what do you think about like, all this business now with like literally every report that's coming out that has to do with this Flash movie concerns Batman? It's like Flash has been just freaking we call it fart noise, which is like right. It's like he's been just like farted out of his own movie. Like, is he even in this movie anymore? I see nothing talking about the Flash. I see Batman, Michael Keaton, costuming. What symbol is he gonna have? Right. I've seen nothing for Flash himself. Like who's the villain? Is it going to be? I don't even know if it's Reverse Flash. To be honest, is it Reverse Flash? I don't even know.
I'm completely confused with this movie. The only one that sort of matches my confusion is Spider-Man not going home or whatever, like never making it home or whatever.
I don't know what it's called. Just a side note. I absolutely hate these Spider-Man titles.
I know.
I absolutely hate them. I don't like Homecoming, Far From Home, No Way Home.
Oh, like, No Way Home. That's it.
It's No Way Home. Like, Go Home. Like,
yeah.
Home Alone. I mean, I don't. Spider-Man Home Alone. I'll get you criminals. Don't come back in my house. Anyways, but yeah. So so Flash. Who is the villain in Flash?
I don't know. Like the reporting on this has been horrible. I don't know how else.
Hey, Caleb.
To say, hey, Caleb. I don't know how else to put it. I'm completely stunned. I heard Flashpoint maybe before the Justice League theatrical version came out. They were going to do Flashpoint. Like Flashpoint has been around as a concept forever, which I take issue with because they're not going to do Flashpoint as in the comics. They're not going to have evil, not evil, but hardcore Thomas Wayne. They're not going to do this. I'm not being duped. Age of Ultron was not the Age of Ultron storyline. Infinity War, as you and I both know, was definitely not the Infinity War storyline. I mean, even Days of Future Past was not the actual Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
So I'm not falling for this anymore, Hollywood. I'm not, you can say, oh, it might be like Logan was not Old Man Logan in any way, shape, or form. I'm not falling for this anymore.
Hey, Brennan.
But
I got the haircut. I got the Andrew haircut.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this movie. Like, I'm completely and utterly stunned. Everything's about Batman, which I'm like, okay, so is this just like we're already getting the Batman some point?
Right.
Is this now going to be, the Batman that accompanies the Batman that has the Flash in it? Like, I don't understand. I don't know who the villain is. I don't understand the storyline. I don't understand anything. This is
the worst marketing. Well,
oh God.
Well, it's the worst marketing for your lead character. It's great marketing for Michael Keaton, but it's like, how is a regular person? Let's the normies, which is what the Fandom Menace guys say. What are the normies think? Like the normies are going to be completely confused.
Yeah.
If I can't explain it to these people, we got a problem because everyone always turns to me to explain what's going on. So I have to sit there and try to decipher this crap. It's like, oh, they're gonna be like, "What's Flash?" I'm like, "Okay, he runs fast." Okay, let me tell you something. This dawned on me. The CW shows, Superman's the highest rated, I think, right now. I don't know Flash's numbers. Batwoman's numbers are terrible. More people are watching this live stream than Batwoman.
Yeah.
Supergirl's numbers are just like it's like it's dying, right? It's dying. Superman's numbers were really up, and then they tapered off at 1.2 mil. Now we're at about, I think it was like 900,000. So we're going to be at 1 million next week. It'll go back to 1.2 because the audience will come back. Superman's a good show. That's going to be 1.2 million. That's a success for the CW, right? My wife and I, my wife is a big fan of Friends, the TV series Friends, and we've actually got the autographs of everybody. We have all of the autographs, like all 6 Friends. And they had a reunion just recently. I guess it was last week or whatever. In that reunion, I don't know how many people watched the reunion, but in that reunion, they were saying that there was, I think it was 50 million people watched the finale of Friends. And average viewership was about 25 million an episode. 25 million people an episode were watching Friends.
Mm-hmm.
Now we go to Superman, who's getting 1 million. Okay. So we're talking, that's nothing. And if Superman's the cream of the crop for CW, that means nobody's watching The Flash. Because we were talking before on a previous stream, I don't know if it was on mine or if I was on someone else's, talking like, well, people already know The Flash and all that. No, they don't. 1 million people watching The Flash consistently, which is a positive number. That number, hey skeptic, that number doesn't mean jack shit. 1 million people watching it. Let's say all 1 million of those people go to the theater.
Yeah.
That's $10 million. Let's say those 1 million viewers convince their best friend and another friend to go. That's $30 million. Like, that's not a successful movie. Batman and Robin, made 890, it made like 900 million or something. Batman and Robin, the shit Batman movie, made 900 million. And people are like, well, it could have done better, right? That's 900 million on a 300,000 or 300 million budget. How freaking many damn people are gonna watch this Flash movie that have any understanding of anything? Nobody.
Nope. Unless they're going to see Batman.
Right, and is it even clear that this is in a Flash movie? They might be thinking, see, you got to go with the normies. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, we've got these fans and we've got these hardcore. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If every single hardcore Flash fan went to go see this movie, it's not enough.
No.
Right? It's not enough. So that said, it's not enough. Okay, how do we reach the regular people? Well, regular people will just want to go see a fun movie. So you need to show them, hey, there's this guy running around doing cool stuff, whatever, but then also show the Michael Keaton stuff, because it is marketing. Michael Keaton returns in the role of Batman in The Flash, right? It's like, you got to keep showing people that this is the Flash movie, but Michael Keaton's also going to be in it as Batman. So you get people excited. But really what's happening is that they keep saying Michael Keaton is coming back as Batman. There might be people out there thinking The Batman is the Michael Keaton movie.
If they've even seen the Batman trailer, which is like it came out, people talked, and then that was it. Like,
you're right. Even considering that point, do people even know The Batman is still happening?
Yeah, we completely forgot. Like, I think it was on your stream where they were showing footage of Batman. Showing footage of Batman. And like it was a still where they were like doing it, and we were all like, "Oh, that's the Flash movie." And I think it was Sean pointed out, "Did we all forget the Batman?" And quite frankly, I did, because the trailer dropped. We talked about it a week, and it disappeared, and I haven't heard jack about it since then.
Yeah, Michael Keaton Batman is all anyone cares about.
Yeah,
Michael Keaton Batman. It just shows you that was the best time, because everyone all of a sudden is back on board with this. And now I'm seeing, fan posters of Batman 3, Tim Burton makes Batman 3, this kind of a thing. It's like, guys, like, this is crazy. To think that there's Flash making his debut on the big screen, and it's literally no one cares. Now, not debut, he was in the Justice League theatrical or whatever, but that wasn't his movie. But then this isn't his movie either. I don't know. It's very crazy.
Well,
It's really crazy.
It's kind of funny too to me because there's a couple of things that, and maybe the folks in chat wouldn't know this because they weren't around when this was happening. Don't know one of them, but maybe not the other.
Right.
After Batman Returns, people didn't want another Batman movie. Like they didn't want Tim Burton doing another Batman movie. That's why Schumacher got Batman Forever, is because
Hey geeks.
It's because no one wanted the monster. Like Batman Returns went too far for a lot of the normies. They were like, "This is not my Batman."
Yeah.
Right? They wanted the lighter thing, so they got it. They went, as usual. Hollywood doesn't know, moderation. They just went over the top, and continued on. And then Batman and Robin killed things. But people don't realize too that even we knew Schwarzenegger was not well cast as Mr. Freeze, but people were dying. Like I remember when Batman and Robin, the first trailer dropped on Entertainment Tonight, I actually had my dad tape that off television so I could watch it because it's like, oh my God, there's another Batman movie. I didn't even know what was going to happen. And this is me thinking Batman Forever wasn't even that good. The other thing that people may remember more is that people lost it when Christian Bale wasn't coming back as Batman. Like when they did Dark Knight Rises, and he's like, I made my 60 million or whatever, I'm done. There was sobbing. There was like hysteria. Like, is there going to be another Batman movie? Of course there is. But it was like, and then when Ben Affleck got cast, I remember we had I don't know if you had I think you had an actual episode on your YouTube channel where you were debating that Ben Affleck will probably be a good Batman. And even that was in question. So
people were like not happy.
And so now I find it funny when we look back and we're all like, oh yeah, no one talks about Bale anymore, right? No one talks about his run as Batman. Everyone just wants Keaton back, which like that movie was fart noise for the longest time amongst the general public. Like 89 Batman, they're like, yeah, and then they did that Strange movie, and then it got all crazy, and then Christopher Nolan saved the franchise. Like that's the narrative we heard for years.
Yeah, you got Steve's right, guys. I don't know if you really know, because I've never stopped going to the comic shops, right? And I've never stopped chatting on the Facebook groups and all this kind of stuff. And literally, people are saying 89 Batman is garbage. Mm-hmm. Christian Bale is the real Batman. Mm-hmm. People at the comic shops, guys. This is when the Court of Owls story was just hitting the newsstands, yes. And it was literally all the Batman nerds were like, "Whoa, this Court of Owls, this is great." This is right. This is New 52. I don't know what issue numbers it is. Whatever.
It's after the first run, so I think it was the second run.
So whatever number that is, and Court of Owls is coming out, and people are talking like, "Oh yeah, Christian Bale did it." And now I will say this: it was bringing people to the shops. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie and say, "Oh, it's a bunch of shit," and everyone. So, no. Everyone loved the Christian Bale Batmans. I don't know what movie had been out at that time. Probably Dark Knight only. I don't know if Rises had been out yet at that time. But literally, people were like all over it, saying, "Oh yeah, Bale's the best. Everything else is trash." Okay, brought people to the shops, but it was. They're very fickle fans, right? Like. They're like, yeah, Michael Keaton. I'm like thinking, okay, did you Christian Bale? I'm like, have you read Court of Owls? And they're like, no. It's like, exactly. So don't pretend you're a Batman guy now that you've watched, 2 Christian Bale movies or whatever. And anyways, and they were saying the 89 Batman's, trash and all that. Well, Michael Keaton coming back is like daily news here every time. There's something new every time coming up. Oh, Christian Bale or Michael Keaton. That's all anyone cares about. It just shows you the staying power. And now John Carpenter said this, and I always agree with him. And I'll repeat this a few times during this stream so it really sinks in. John Carpenter has said, movie comes out, you watch it, you love it, you think it's the best. You wait 10 years. I always say this, they say in a movie and it's like 10 years later, and it's like something happened. It's never 9, right?
Yeah.
So 10 years later, get in there and watch and then see what you think now, right?
Right.
It's like, so that's it's basically a Flash. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
Yep, I know.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Yep. Skeptic. You love Steven. That's great. Everyone's saying how's Bale back? I know.
Yeah.
And they weren't saying that before. Hey, Belle. Oh, new icon. Or Avatar. I was thinking about changing mine, but I just can't. It's just too. It's my thing. So
we were fighting people all the time on the Bale Batman and the Nolan Batman, and saying this is not the real Batman, and people were like, "Oh no, this is the Batman we want." And I'm like, no. Remember they did that terrible Joker series? I got the first issue, and it was literally the Joker in the Nolan verse. So no one was like, everyone was just like it. What's really funny too? Mortal Kombat. Do you remember when that Mortal Kombat fake trailer dropped and it had Jerry Ryan in it as Sonya Blade and Michael J. White? That was prior to Legacy. That caused Legacy to happen.
Right.
And everyone was like, "Oh, this is the realistic thing." Baraka's not an alien, basically from another dimension. He's a serial killer, and he's grafted in. And we were like, "This is trash." And they were like, "No, this is what we want Mortal Kombat to be." Well, the Nolan verse is what we were told ad infinitum is what everyone wanted Batman to be.
Yep, everybody, every single person I spoke to, I said, "Look," I was like, "You know what? Dark Knight Rises. I'm not too sure about this one. I'm not dying over Dark Knight that much either." Everyone's like attacking. "Oh, you're an idiot. You don't know a damn thing." Yeah. And I was a Ben Affleck defender.
Yeah.
Saying, I don't know. Let's see how, because ever since the Michael Keaton thing where I said Michael Keaton was going to be garbage and then he was awesome, I ever since then I've kind of zipped my mouth a bit. I've tried. Look, I'm a human being. I'm going to slip up here and there. But I was like, well, let's see, because you know what? And I didn't want to say anything, but I was kind of sick of the Christopher Nolan Batman, to be honest. I was like, you know what? I'm kind of done with this. At this time, it was Batman versus Superman that was coming out. And I was on a Man of Steel high. I was like, yeah, this will be cool. So I was like, you know what? At least it's going to be Batman and Superman. And when I saw the pictures of Ben Affleck, that initial first picture they showed, I was like, wow, this looks really cool to me. I immediately thought, oh, this is way better than the Nolan ones that we got. Now, I'm not saying the Nolan movies are garbage movies, but they're not great Batman movies. Like Dark Knight Rises is a fine movie if you don't care about Batman. Like if you don't actually want proper Batman, saving the day and not being a loser and getting beat up. You know what I mean? Like, and having a Bane who's a strong Bane who's not just like Talia's, bitch. Bane was Poison Ivy's bitch, and then he was Talia's bitch.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what to tell you. This is the Bane. Bane literally cannot get a fair shake in any of these movies. He's always under the thumb of a lesser character. And Poison Ivy, I mean, she's a good character in the comics, but really, like, she ain't no Bane, really. Like, I mean, she's a bit of a jokey character, right? Like, I wouldn't say she's so formidable or whatever.
I think that for some reason.
Oh wait, Steve, does it say? Hold on, before you show it, does it say the name of what it is on it?
No.
It doesn't tell you what that is?
No.
Okay, show your shirt, Steve.
All right.
Okay. Does anyone know what movie that is? You will get the J-Man impressive thumbs up if you know what thumbs up if you know what movie that is. All right.
Yeah.
Batman is the GOAT. Yeah, he's good. Dark Knight Rises. I hate it. Not enough Batmans. Weird to see him. Yeah. yeah. That is weird.
That is weird.
Truth. Oh, I didn't get a notification. When he wasn't streaming. I didn't see anything. I usually try not to schedule at the same time. No, I got no notification. Like
maybe
at
he
all.
did an impromptu one?
No, I'm always notified.
Interesting.
I thought this already streamed. Is that still going? Wow. That streamed like hours ago. I watched 2 John Wick movies while he was doing that.
That's awesome. Now
Yeah.
it's still going.
That's crazy. Well, that's on him, man. I can't be held responsible for someone going 20 hours or whatever. Suit looks great. Yeah, for sure.
He's been streaming for 10 hours.
No way. Are you guys crazy? That's crazy.
Is he like, that's crazy. 10 hours. What can you do for 10 hours straight?
Because I saw the notification earlier. I mean, oh my God.
He's going for it.
No, I don't think she's hating, Dan.
No. I fell asleep. Truth might be falling asleep by now.
How are you going 10 hours? Yeah, I saw him go earlier, but the thing is, it's like he went during the day, and I'm doing and I was doing. Oh, Caleb, your bell's gonna beat you up.
I would not cross Bell, man. I'm just telling you.
I think she could probably beat you up. So yeah, I mean, look, let's face it. Like this Flash movie is going to be so crazy. I don't know. We're gonna go see it, of course, because we have to go see it.
Yeah,
we pretty much have to go see the movie.
Yeah.
Yes. It's Monster Squad. Monster Squad. Yes.
So
we love that movie.
Prior to, I don't know how long, I every time I would go, this is how old this is. Every time I would go into a Blockbuster, I inevitably you would find some guy walk up to the front desk and say, and it was DVDs, and say, "Do you guys have Monster Squad?" And that movie was not on DVD for the longest time. That was like E.T. Now I'm really dating myself. E.T. was not on VHS forever.
I'm not sure if you guys in the chat know this, but the way it used to work was when films left the theater, they would go to VHS, but VHS was only available to stores in order to rent out those movies. An average person could go buy a VHS tape, but they were about $100 to buy. Before they would come out in proper format so that someone at the home could buy them, they were like $20 or whatever. They used to be $100. So video stores would rent them, and there was an exclusive deal that only distributors would deal with the shops for about a year or so. So like a movie would come out on VHS and you could rent it for about a year, and then after that you could buy it at home. Now I'm going to really date myself. I have Monster Squad on VHS, and I met the director of Monster Squad and he signed my VHS copy. That's how brutal that is. You saw Monster Squad once? I've seen it a lot more than once. I've seen it a lot of times.
Yeah.
I've got the DVD of it now and my signed VHS copy. Remember when the TV shows were? Oh yeah, you could not get any of them. Hey Cosmos, what's going on?
Hey.
Yeah, I didn't realize Truth was still going. Transformers and Star Trek were the early ones. Yeah. They were available to get or whatever. But yeah, so the Flash movie is kind of wonky. We don't know what's going on with it anymore. It's just too messed up.
It just I've never Warner Brothers just goes from mistake to mistake, it seems like now. Like it just seems that they can't do anything right? Like, and I think they own the CW and pretty much the same thing. Like, I don't know how Superman and Lois happened. I think that someone erroneously hired the right person for that show. Otherwise it's just nonsense after nonsense. Like, even the Flash, like I've been listening to The Power of Love for like freaking, I don't know, 5 or 6 episodes. And I'm done.
You want to show
I don't care.
You want to show him your shirt?
Yeah.
It's Monster Squad. Yeah. Okay.
So
mine's WandaVision. Or mine's Scarlet Witch, Vision and the Scarlet Witch.
Nice.
I've been watching WandaVision again, so
yeah, it's a really good show. I saw Spiral, by the way.
I saw Spiral as well. What did you think of it? We could talk about that because nobody's without spoilers in case someone in the chat hasn't seen Spiral. Did you like it?
Yeah, I mean, if you do you want to do space?
Sure.
Okay.
What do you think for the story?
1.
Yeah, okay. For the pacing?
You know, it's 93 minutes, so it's hard for me not to give it a 2
It's
because that
fast.
is the timing, but something happened that made it seem a little bit longer to me than 93 minutes, believe it or not.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and what it was is that now were you surprised at the end or did you call it?
I called it before the opening credits.
Yeah.
I called it in about 1 second. Like,
Yeah.
well, I don't know the time exactly. It was probably like 35, 40 minutes in.
Yeah.
And I literally paused it and I said to my wife, I was like, hey, I just want to tell someone just so there's evidence to back me up. Here's who the killer is.
Yeah.
Here's why the killer's doing it.
Yeah.
And I was 100% accurate on the killer, and I was like 90% accurate on why it's happening. And I'm like, okay, there you go. But I want to say this: I predict all the time. Saw Part 1 was the only time where it fooled me because I guessed Zep like half an hour, and I'm like, oh, it's Zep. And then at the end, when it was Zep, I was like, yeah, I called it. And then it was like, oh shit, Zep is being controlled by John. I was like, damn! I was so pumped up for that. I was like, yeah. And then Scream, I was like, it's either Matthew Lillard or the boyfriend, which is Skeet Ulrich or whatever. Yeah. I was like, it's one of these two guys for sure. And then Skeet got killed. And I was like, oh, there you go. It's Lillard, done. And then it was both of them. I thought, I'm going to say I didn't guess that because I didn't guess both. Like, you either guess both, like guessing one of them doesn't count. You have to say it's both guys. And me picking between those two doesn't count either. So Scream got me and Saw 1000% got me badly.
Oh,
like, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I guess. But after that, every Saw movie, I'm like, yep, Amanda's in on it. Yep, it's Hoffman. Like, I knew everybody. Like, from that point on, I guessed everybody. So I'm not holding that against this movie because I always seem to guess.
Right.
Okay, so what do you think the pacing was then?
Well, it's got to be 2, just based on the fact that it's a proper time. It's 93 minutes, which is what you need. Like, if it was 2 hours, I'd be like, face down on the floor. Like, forget it.
Yeah. So the story, the way this works is that it's story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each gets a score out of 2, which gives you a score of 10 at the end. That's my space technique for reviewing movies. The storyline, this is no spoilers, the storyline of Spiral, Steven and I are both giving it a 1 out of 2. 1 doesn't mean it's bad. 1 means it's a pretty good story. Yeah. 2 means it's a really good story. 0 means it wasn't a very good story. So most movies should get 5 out of 10 if they're just average for fun movies. I always enjoy watching movies, so very, very few movies get lower than 5. They'd have to start to get into the really crap for me to like. I'm trying to think like what's one that would get under 5. I'm sure we can find one if we think about it, but American Beauty. I haven't seen that one. Thanks, Skeptical. I appreciate that. So I agree with you. 1 for the story. So pacing 2, I agree with you on that. 2 and 2. Yep. So what about the artistry? So the artistry would be like music, just like the way it looks. Sort of, the traps, the gore, like all that kind of stuff. Just like the look, because movies are visual. Like sometimes you can, like anyone who says, let's say Justice League, like I don't like some of the characterization in Justice League, but it still looks cool and the effects are good. So like you can't give that a 0. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what did you think for the artistry for Spiral?
I'm giving it a 1.
Okay. What took it to what didn't elevate it?
First of all, the voice on the recording was not good to me. Like that whole like, I don't know if it was a computer or it sounded like a very like a non-binary person or what it was.
Yeah.
But, like what people don't realize in Saw is, and I don't think Tobin Bell gets
later
a lot of credit, is that his voice was perfect when he was the Jigsaw. He's like,
his voice is the best.
Yeah.
Like for sure.
And if you don't have that, like I was very unimpressed with what they had
Right.
as a comparison. Like it was just
Okay.
like, oh, detective. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, is this guy supposed to put me to sleep, or is he the Jigsaw Killer? You know,
Yeah.
part 2, like redo.
I gotta start marking these down because I'm gonna start forgetting.
So I'm giving it a 1. I didn't, you know, the gore is fine. Like Darren Lynn Bousman, who directed Saw 2, 3, and 4, knows how to shoot people in traps. It was very dark, but that's okay because Saw is generally very dark. A lot of stuff takes place in the dark. But I just like that voice just because it happens a few times and it just took me right. I'm like, who is this dink who's trying to be Jigsaw? Like it just killed me. Plus, the pig mask, I really like the old pig mask. This one was a little too clean, a little too different. I don't know. Like it wasn't all marked up. It looks like he just bought it at a, you know, like a costume thing. And I'm like, okay.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a 2. I really liked everything. I actually like the voice, and the reason I like the voice is that it's not the John Kramer voice because I don't want. I was thinking, oh, how are they gonna copy it? And instead of doing the hello, you know, I want to play a game. You guys want to? I want to play a game. It was very weird, and I thought this is kind of weird. When I first heard the voice, I thought, ooh, this is weird. But when I heard it again, I thought, man, that's kind of creepy. I liked it. I like the pig. I like the pig mask. I'm thinking I need a pig mask because I don't have a pig mask. So if I think about buying a pig mask while I'm watching it, that's a plus. I liked some of the traps were like a bit pedestrian compared to the compared to what we have seen from other Saw films.
Yeah,
but the second last,
yeah,
without spoilers, the one with the drinking, right? Like, you know, that I was like, whoa, that's so good. I really like that one a lot. I don't know. I really like that one a lot. I thought that was pretty cool. So I was like, oh, this is really cool. And there's a couple other ones that are okay. The final thing was really neat.
Yeah.
And it's something that we did in one of our movies when I was young and shooting movies with the hand.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we did that.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with that. I thought it was really good. So I'm gonna give it a 2. I liked it. Okay. So what about the characters? What do you think about the characters?
1.
1, yep.
Yeah. I mean,
so what kept it from going to the next level?
I mean, the problem with Chris Rock is that you're sitting around and every time, like, he's trying to play a burnt out cop, which is fine, but you inevitably have the Chris Rock isms, like the beginning conversation and all the way through. Like I laughed more often than I've laughed in any Saw movie. Like there was
I thought he was so funny though in the beginning.
There was that exchange between him and his dad, played by Samuel Jackson, where he's like, "Do you often break into your renters' like places?" And he's like, I don't know. You have to pay rent to be a renter. And I was like, dying.
I know, that was so funny. That was so funny.
You know, like the problem is that I can't take
the truth. Oh, hold on. Yes, I have all the Tremors movies. Yeah. And there's like 6 now, or did 7 just come out?
I think 7 now, isn't it? Or
there was 4, 5, I think 7. There's 7 Tremors movies, and I've seen Tremors 1 4,000 times.
Yeah.
And I've seen Tremors 2 1,000, and then the others I've seen 1 or 2 times each. Steven needs his own channel. He's on so many channels that like he can't do any more channels. He's going to be on Action Elite now. He's on my thing now. Well. And Steve does have a channel, but I think, do you have a channel, Steve? What happened? I think no, you don't really. Yeah, no, Sean had one, but there was no point to it because Sean would always team up with me on my stuff anyway, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, I had my own channel for a while, but it was just, I didn't care. You
mean Kevin Sullivan or whatever his name is? He is from Saw.
That's weird.
Amazing Spider-Man 2 ringtone, yes. Truth ended now, yep.
Hey, yes. Skeptic to
DJ,
Pepper.
What's going on? Oh, I like your
hey,
avatar.
TJ, yeah.
That's really cool. Okay, so we're talking about Spiral, no spoilers. We're doing what I call the space review, which is the story, the pacing, the artistry, the characters, and the enjoyment. Each one gets a 0, a 1, or a 2, or you could do halves. 0 means we did not like the thing. 1 means we thought it was pretty good. 2 means we thought it was fantastic. So a movie on my ranking scale, because I've seen so many movies, I had to come up with a fair way to rank these movies because I can't just say everything's the best ever, right? If you get a 5 out of 10 on my scale, that means that it was a good average movie. It was fun to watch. That's it. So we're doing Spiral right now. Hey, Anthony. Just to catch everybody up, Steven and I both thought the story for Spiral was a 1, which means it was pretty good. We liked the story. It didn't blow our minds, which is going to be, this is like the 8th Saw movie, or what are we on now? 7, 8, 9th. This is the 9th Saw film. So Spiral was 7 out of 10. Anthony's, we're going to be pretty close to that, I think, once we're done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, and then we both said 2 out of 2 for pacing. It was very fast paced. There was not a lot of time wasted. All the scenes had some kind of meaning to them. I didn't feel bored or whatever. Then we're getting into, story, pacing, the artistry, the characters, and the enjoyment. So Steve thought that the artistry was 1 out of 2. He thought it was pretty good. But he wasn't dying over everything. Some of the traps were okay. The voice was not something that he was impressed with. I'm giving it a 2 out of 2 because I'm just a gorehound, and if there's traps, that's almost enough for me. I did like the voice, and I liked the pig mask. I thought it was creepy. Character, Steven is saying 1, and that's sort of where we just left off. So do you want to? So you were just talking about how Chris Rock was playing. It was almost like 2 sides of a coin. He was doing some of his Chris Rock isms, but he was also playing a character as well. So you've got that sort of like, he's not fully the character. Right. Is that what you're kind of
and Samuel Jackson was just there, and like the sort of idea that the police, like, the problem is that if you're going to do a thing where the Jigsaw character has always like pointed out things that people just ignored, right? He's like, all your life you've been blah, 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 blah. And then it's like, but you've really been this. But people don't think about that, right?
Right.
So it's always been a shock. But when he was going through all this stuff happening to the new victims, well, that had already been established. So we're like, what's being revealed? Nothing. We already know, like, we knew that like right off the bat with Chris Rock. So I was kind of like, nothing's being like, there's no lesson. We've already learned it all. So it's just like, now you're just hurting bad people that we already know is bad people.
That's a great point, Steve. That is a great point. So yeah, that's sort of part of the storyline as well too. Mm-hmm. So that's a good flaw of the story. I'm sticking with my 1 on the story, despite you coming up with that. But those are some good points. Characters, you're saying 1. I'm going to say 1.5 for characters because I really liked Chris Rock, and maybe it's due to the fact that I watched Fargo, all the seasons, and Chris Rock was in the latest season, and I actually think Chris Rock is very funny. Mm-hmm. I've watched his stand-up comedy stuff, and I thought it's been really, like, I've actually like cried with it, and then when I watched Fargo, I thought, Chris Rock, seriously? Oh, dude. And he was so good. Like, you gotta watch. There was no Chris Rock isms.
Yeah.
He was acting. He was playing a role. I thought he was friggin' fantastic. No, we're not reviewing, Fargo season 3 or whatever. I don't know what season it is, 3 or 4. We're not reviewing Fargo, but Chris Rock in that was absolutely like stellar. So I really liked him in this one. I like the Chris Rock isms. I think they were very funny. I think they somewhat worked, somewhat didn't. I think for them 50-50. Some of them worked. Sam Jackson is Sam Jackson, so he's automatically great.
Yeah.
The killer, which we're not going to spoil, as both Steve and I are veteran horror movie and movie watchers. Look, it's going to take a lot to surprise us. We knew who this killer was immediately, really bad for me, quite awful, almost to the point where it would ruin the movie.
Yeah.
But for the fact that I love Saw, I love the concept of having the traps. I think is really cool. I just like the format of it, the puzzle, kind of thing. I have an escape room, so it's kind of goes with the territory. So I'm going to give it 1.5 for the characters because I did like. I don't know if I like the killer enough to see the killer continue on in another film, if in fact he is able to continue on in another film or whatever, because we're not going to spoil it. Yeah, I'm going to give it 1.5. Okay, so enjoyment. So what's your overall enjoyment of it?
One.
One.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're at a 6 out of 10. Does that sound like
that sounds right to me?
That sounds right to you.
I enjoyed. I think it's great that we have a Chris Rock Saw movie because who would have?
Yeah.
I mean, that's great. I'm glad that they're still doing Saw movies because I always liked the Saw movies.
Hey, Steven.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not spoiling it. Oh, wait, no. Do you guys haven't seen it? Oh, okay. So you're just kidding it. But we're not spoiling it anyways, just in case.
We're not spoiling it anyways. That was Steven too. That's funny.
What's I've never seen Chris Rock play anything like this.
Provides perfect amount of humor.
Yeah, I would say that the drama of Chris Rock was perfect.
Yeah.
I would say the humor is, let's say 70-30. I like I don't know. I really like Chris Rock. I don't know. The problem is I like Chris Rock, so it's very difficult. And if you watch Fargo, literally your mind will be blown. Like he's just the damn best. Like he should have won an award for, I don't know. I don't watch a lot of other shows, but Chris Rock, Fargo, oh my God. Anyways, yeah, sorry, Steve, continue.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine. Like, you got everything you want. They did the theme at the end, which was great. Yeah. I'm glad they brought that back. It's one of the best horror themes for sure. Maybe one of the best themes in movies. Overall, it was fine. Like, a lot of people are giving this movie mixed reviews, like 5 and below out of 10. I'm not part of that. I thought it was fine. The thing with it was a little bit. I wish they had gone a little bit more with the different characters. Like, they all stuck to one type of victim, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
I wish they had diversified a bit more, because that's what
kill more people. We need diversity in our murders.
We need diversity in the people you're killing. Honestly, what's wrong with you people?
But hold on. I'll counter that just with one thing. It's Spiral. It's not Saw.
True. That's true.
It's not Saw.
I know.
That's the only thing. Keep that in mind, right?
Right. No, that's fair. But it's just like, like there's just a set number of people who can be victims when you do stuff like that.
Yep.
So you sort of eliminate the chance of surprise. You're just like, okay, this person's going to get it, then this person's going to get it, and this person's going to get it. And it makes it a little bit more predictable, which I know you've predicted everything. I've been continuously gobsmacked every movie. Like, it has like surprised me, either a trap.
Not Amanda.
Amanda did it.
She surprised everybody. Cool. I was like, I walked in, I'm like, Amanda's in on this. No. She's crazy. She's loving the Jigsaw, man. She's all over him. I'm like, they're together. I'm like, screw Amanda. I knew Amanda. As soon as I saw her back, I'm like, what the hell? How is she back? I'm like, she's in on it, guaranteed.
One thing I did like, which I normally don't, is when he was handcuffed to the radiator.
Yeah.
And they had the hacksaw there.
Oh, see, that was cool, man. It was a little bit of a play to the original Saw, right?
There was a different way out.
Yeah.
Which I thought was interesting. I like that.
I like that. Okay. I'm giving the enjoyment 1.5. So my final score is 8 out of 10. Look, there's no Saw movie that's getting below 8. I'm supposed to be impartial, but I can't. Look, it's Saw. As soon as the music starts, I was like, oh my God, this is like, they could just have a garbage movie and then at the end that music plays and then it explains stuff. I'm like, yeah, this is so good. I think that Anthony or Truth was saying, we'll get the Truth's thing in a second. He says Saw was the best. Yeah, it's the best.
Yeah.
The thing is, I like Chris. Okay. I like Chris Rock. I like the traps. Some of them were pedestrian, but a couple of really good ones. I liked the ending, even though I called it and I knew. And even within that scene, I was like, oh, I know what's going to happen here, right? It was very predictable. It was the whole thing is predictable, but I don't know if it's predictable because I predict everything or if it just is predictable in general. So, but you're saying you're not always the best at predicting. So if you're predicting it, then it's easy to predict. But a lot of this stuff comes down to, which is why I gave the enjoyment so high. A lot of this stuff comes down to, it's like, look, it's a Saw movie. This is what I've signed up for.
Yeah.
I did take into account that it's called Spiral, and let's address Anthony's thing, saying I thought the plot was great, targeting individuals who did wrong. Right. So that's why you got to be careful on this. This is not Saw. We have to be very clear to everybody listening too. This is not Saw. It is Spiral. It is not the John Kramer vision or whatever. This is different. And I think that the killer in this case is a bit of a whack job too, right? Like, so this is not like, and they do say this in the movie. They're like, well, John had a certain like mission statement or whatever. Like, this is what I'm going to do. This wasn't about that as much. It was more, it wasn't full Amanda. I think this killer would have been okay if the people would have escaped. Not like Amanda, where she set up stuff that you could not escape because Amanda was crazy. Like, she only, like, if you're a victim of Amanda, you're dead because she wants you to die. She's only giving you a false sense of hope, right? Like when Dina Mayer put her hand in the acid and got the key out and it wouldn't unlock it and she died anyways. That's because Amanda was a killer. She was like, well, Jigsaw's a killer too, but she's a legit killer. So this person is not that, but a little bit more Amanda than John. Can we agree with that?
I would say, yeah. I would say very much swings more to Amanda than John, because if you look at the traps, the only way they would have been able to do it is if you had split second, like A, recognition, and B, an impossibly high pain tolerance, because the second trap, the person stops because they're in so much pain halfway through for a millisecond.
You're talking about this one?
Yeah. For a millisecond. And that's enough. Like, if you actually watch how that thing goes out.
I know, I was thinking that. But I think the person took too long to decide on what they wanted to do. I don't know. I thought that particular person got off pretty easy, and I thought the first person got off super easy.
The first person for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the one person who was laying down with the faucet, I was like, dude.
Yeah, that was an impossible situation.
That was like impossible. So I started thinking, I'm like, but person in question was pretty high up on the bullshit level.
Yeah. No. But the problem with that is, but this goes back, I'm going to call this the Thanos problem.
Okay.
You'll know what I'm talking about.
All right.
We started to debate the morality of Thanos in Infinity War, and to be honest with you, he's a villain. He's a whack job.
Right.
It's the same with this guy. We're like, well, I think he wanted to kill. It's basically Saw.
This is them fighting, but yeah, okay. Bell and Truth, come on. I like all of them.
Yes.
Everything. I don't care.
Even
like them
Jigsaw,
all.
which is the 8th one. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. It's great. It's great. I love them all. I don't care. I love them all. It just doesn't matter to me. They're all cool. I'm a sucker for it. I love every killer pretty much. Well, Hoffman and Jigsaw are the two best. But I love everything. All right, yeah. So, I mean, can we debate? Is it possible to even debate the morality of this? Like,
I mean, we could, but like, then it gets silly because it's like the person's killing people.
Yeah. I don't look this particular killer. I understand what they were going for.
Yeah.
And it is interesting because it's not Saw, but it's Saw-ish or whatever. But I mean, the victims in question were, pretty rough, right? Like, you know what I mean? So And I don't know if it's trying to speak to today, which you could try to make a point of that, where there's a lot of distrust for these types of victims.
I'm not reading into that anymore.
I mean, I don't. Yeah, I'm not reading into it either.
It's to a point now where I don't want this stuff to permeate in every facet of my life. Right. Like, and I'm going to choose to just think that hopefully that's not what you were going for. If it is, it is. Like, there's been a lot of these type, not this type of story in Messer and Saw, but in these types of stories in general.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's the canvas you want to play with, just understand that you're not A, the only person painting it, and B, there's been a lot of people even before you that painted it. Like,
also Saw 6 was about the insurance people.
Yes.
Right, where they didn't give John Kramer the insurance money to try out the new experimental cure for the cancer. So I mean, that Saw 6
that's a revenge story. Yeah,
that's a revenge story. Well, you know, and and in that one, people were dying. Now that was Jigsaw doing that before his other. I think that happened before. I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, the timelines are funky with these.
The timelines are weird. Yeah, nobody understands them. Even I don't. I've seen them all like 5 times each, and I don't remember anything. I'm just like, yeah, it's cool. Yeah, that happened. But yeah, so again, it's I mean, it is what it is. Like it's saying you
yeah.
It's not a Saw film. It's but the Saw movies are referenced. It's in the world of Saw.
Yeah.
So there's Saw 1 through 7. Then there's Jigsaw, which is sort of a little bit of a, not reboot, but kind of. And then there's Spiral, which is from, they call it the Book of Saw. Spiral, the Book of Saw. So it's like it's in the Saw kind of a thing. I don't know why I guess they didn't want to call it Saw because, as Steve pointed out, there's a lot of flaws that don't mesh with the Saw morality.
They also didn't want to like hold themselves to the other movies by saying it's Saw 9, right? They wanted to do their own thing, and I think that was pretty successful. They did do their own thing.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with that. So there's going to be a Spiral 2, I'm assuming.
You would assume,
because these movies cost nothing to make, and Chris Rock wanted to be in this.
Yeah,
this was something that I think he was very passionate about Saw, and he wanted to be in a Saw movie, so they gave him this opportunity. I think he did great. Caleb is back. Thank you. Only one negative. And after the credits for Spiral 2, a sneak peek of what you look forward to. Thanks. Yeah. I mean, what happened at the end? Was there something at the end credits? Did I miss it?
No.
Wait, only one negative. I would have loved to see it.
You see an indication of a spiral.
Well, there's an indication before the credits.
Yeah, I would say the last thing, like, whenever there's a closing of the door in these things, which is typically the last shot, that is the indication that, hey, you know, this guy is walking away. You can get them again. Like. There's certain things that even if you're not doing a quote unquote Saw movie, if you're doing a in the world of Saw movie, you have to do. You have to have that theme play over the last little bit. You have to go back and show all the pieces that actually pointed to who's doing it or how they did it. And you need to have that door closing by the last shot. Those are like some of the big like must-haves for these movies.
Yeah, that. And then it's like showing everything. It's like, and you're piecing it all together. There was a couple of times where they were showing flashbacks of scenes that just happened 10 minutes ago.
I know.
Like, Chris Rock is there thinking, and they're like, I just saw this. It's like, I'm not a retard. I remember this.
I'm not an amnesiac. I do realize these stories.
Yeah, like I know what just happened here. It's like, it's like I'm not a fool or whatever. Are you opening up? Yeah, I'll open up towards the end as I usually do. Never saw. So you can if you want to. If you like those kind of movies, watch them. Which comic from Marvel should I jump into reading? Wolverine. That's it. Because if you try to, for Marvel, I only read the mutant books.
Yes, you mentioned
that. Avengers is just not doing it for me. Fantastic Four fell off a cliff. What's the other one? Immortal Hulk. I stopped because it was just getting too weird. They're rebooting Hulk in a couple of months.
I'm reading now. I'm at the part now where now I'm on 3 whatever.
Right.
Hulk is now dead. Gray Hulk.
Oh yeah.
And the issue I just read is
it's Rick Jones, right? Is it Rick Jones's Hulk?
So it's Clay Quartermain testifying, and Rick Jones is there, and Betty, and it gives you a moment to take a breath and realize, like, oh my God, all these characters, like, this is what the Hulk means to all these characters. You don't really understand, and what Bruce Banner means to all these characters, because when you're talking about a Hulk comic, it's easy to forget about Bruce Banner because you're just sitting there waiting for the Hulk to appear. Right? You're like, oh, it's sunset, Hulk's appearing, because this is the part where he shows up at night, right?
Yeah.
So I really like, and like Leader in this run is fan freaking.
Leader's the damn best.
Leader needs to be in the movies ASAP. Like, you haven't seen Jigsaw yet? It's good.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's the weakest one of the.
Oh yeah, big time.
Like, to me, 1 to 3, 4, 5, 6, I would almost say they're all 10 out of 10, to be honest. Like, all 6 of them. I love all 6. 7 is where we start to get, maybe it's like, an 8 out of 10 or whatever.
Yeah, that was the public trap.
Yeah, which was interesting.
Yeah.
And then the next one after that was Jigsaw, which is probably like, a 7 or 8 out of 10. Let's say, for me, the seventh one is maybe like a 9 out of 10. The next one's like an 8 out of 10. This one's an 8 out of 10, but I think it's better than the last one. I don't know. It's hard to.
Jigsaw.
Yeah, this is. Spiral is better than Jigsaw, I think. Yes.
Yeah, I agree. Jigsaw was just a little. I don't know.
Yeah, so I mean, if you're talking about brand new series, Wolverine is awesome. I mean, Hellions is great. If you don't mind, like, the problem is when you read one X-Men book, you have to read them all because they're all connected to each other now. So it's very difficult to read. It's either you're all in like me or you're not. If you don't want to be all in, then you could just read Wolverine. I was reading Savage Avengers because Conan, who's like one of my favorite characters of all time in any medium, is in that. And the Conan comics are very good too, but it's very difficult for me to collect all those. There's one point where I literally bought every Conan comic there was. When Dark Horse had it, I literally bought if it had Conan on the cover or like the name, or Kull or Solomon Kane, even like a little bit of Red Sonja. If it was a Robert E. Howard character, I bought it. So I literally, and then I sold a bunch of Conans because I'm like, I can't store all these. I kept all my Savage Sword and I kept all my trade collections. And I do have a few runs of some issues. I think I maybe only sold like 2 runs, which I'm now thinking I should have just kept those 2 runs and I'd have everything. But oh well, it is what it is. Seller's remorse.
You needed the space.
I needed the space. And the first comic I bought was in 2009 when Hulk's son is fighting Juggernaut. Scar, yeah. Oh, I have a toy of Scar up there somewhere.
I remember when he emerged at the end of Planet Hulk, and I was like, was it Planet Hulk or World War Hulk? No, I think it's Planet
Hulk. Planet Hulk.
Yeah.
Planet Hulk.
Because World War Hulk is where he basically cleans up for all the stupidity of Planet War.
I never read World War Hulk.
It's good.
Yeah, like, I read Planet Hulk for sure.
He goes he TCBs in so many places. Like he goes to the blue area of the moon and just beats the hell. He beats up Black Bolt, which is like unheard of.
See, Black Bolt will kill everybody but he can't.
No.
Black Bolt can't really control his powers, or he can control them, but even the smallest Black Bolt whisper like will like shatter like level a mountain or whatever. So it's like he can't. Black Bolt's impossible. Like it's a very interesting character. Yeah. Someone who cannot break silence. He's learned to not even snore and stuff like that. Like it's really crazy. No, I'm serious. This was explained in comics.
When you say it like that.
No, this was explained in comics. Like he's literally learned to not. He make noise
even when he's not.
I'm wondering what happens if he passes gas. Every time Black Bolt farts, it's like a city crumbles. It's like
That's why he's on the moon.
That's what, yeah, he's on
It's
the
a new
moon.
crater.
Oh my god, yeah. Conan is your favorite. Yeah, Conan is less. Red Sonja is cool too. Too bad. I don't know how that Red Sonja movie's gonna do, but yeah. So I have no idea. Remember when they were gonna do the Rose McGowan Red Sonja, and
Yeah.
that didn't go anywhere. And
Well,
then
I mean, Rose got sort of tied up with the whole Me Too thing, and I think inadvertently she sort of 86 her own career in Hollywood, because I don't remember her being in a movie since then. Maybe she's been in like straight to video or stuff, like stuff that's barely released.
hey Marcus, thanks for popping in. Jay, man, what do you think of Elektra becoming Daredevil? I know, yeah, she looks cool. Look, we know I am not caught up on Daredevil, as you see above. I'm a massive Daredevil fan. Daredevil was at one point was elevated to my favorite Marvel character. Namor is sort of there now. Daredevil is definitely in the top 5 of Marvel characters. Sean, what's going on, dude?
So,
Hey.
Sean.
So Chip Zdarsky, who I've met, and he signed my Spectacular Spider-Man comic. And actually, when I was there, he had showed me pages of Marvel 2-in-1 that he was working on, which was great. He's a great guy, and I trust him. But I have not read up to. So I haven't even read The Man Without Fear, which was the miniseries that took place after the Charles Soule comic ended, and then the next one began with Chip. So I've not read that yet. Daredevil, I'm really behind, but once I read it, I'll like power through it. So Elektra being the new Daredevil, in the meantime, I don't know why she's Daredevil, but that, and I know some people on the net are getting all pissed off saying it's a I don't want a Me Too thing, or not Me Too, but I don't know what to say.
it's an SJW thing.
It's an SJW thing or whatever. Like, comics have been going on for a million years. It's like they're going to change it up. When they gave Superman the mullet, nobody said, "Oh, this is all to because it was like to support the Southerners."
Billy Ray Cyrus.
It was Billy Ray Cyrus's fault or whatever. It's like, and then when Superman became Electric Blue, they weren't like, "Oh, well, this is all because of whatever." And even when Jane Foster became Thor, it's like I didn't care about it because I thought that was garbage. But it is what it is. These things never last.
It's not forever. That red and blue thing, DC Comics tried to play it off like this was how Superman was going to be for the next 50 years or something. We all knew that was BS. It's
of course,
books, man. It's comics.
It lasted a long time though. It was minimum 1 year, if not 2 years.
It's probably 2 years. That's usually the
I had a stack. I gave those to a mutual friend of ours. It must have been like this much of the blue. And remember, the first cover was glow in the dark. You could feel it.
Yeah.
It was like it was rough or whatever, and he would glow.
Yeah.
And then that was just a gimmick, so I gave those away. You could rebuy them. I don't think the stories were that bad, to be honest with you. When I was reading them, I didn't think it was garbage. I just thought, well, this isn't really Superman, And then they changed it back. So look, Elektra's Daredevil for now. People get pissed off. The thing is, there's some sites, we're not going to name them because I do like some of these sites, but there are some sites that need to have content coming out on a constant basis in order for them to maintain a certain level of viewership and stuff for YouTube. So they'll go through this, which I happen to have right here. Ta-da! No, they go through this previews, and they'll be like, "Oh, fucking Cable's back, eh? This is bullshit. Why is this happening? I'm gonna make a video on it." And then they're all pissed off. "Oh, Cable's back. Oh, this is bullshit. It's like he was dead." It's like, guys, relax. It's comics. Like,
it's comic books.
Look, Black Panther #1. You know how many Black Panther #1s there are? 4,000. There's a new I just started reading Iron Man #1 again. Literally, I collected all of Iron Man #1. It stopped. Then they did Iron Man 2020 #1, and I'm like, I can't buy this.
They should make it a drinking game. Every time it goes back to #1, take a drink.
Now Iron Man is back on #1 again. I read the first 3 issues of it, and I gotta tell you, pissed me off in issue 2. Hellcat is talking to Iron Man, and she's calling Iron Man privileged and all this. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. The guy saved the world. The guy has saved the world in comics. without exaggeration, would you say, I'm not a big Iron Man reader, I know neither of you are, but would you say conservatively that Iron Man throughout his X number of decades in comics, would you say that he has saved the world or helped save the world 50 times?
That's a trick question because they rebooted everything, so I don't
Sure,
know in this
just
continuity how many times he's done it.
Well, it doesn't matter. The point of it is that this is the writer writing this garbage.
I know, but aren't they writing that character to be ass? Is that not?
I don't care.
That would be
What, Hellcat?
Yeah.
No, she's in the right because he's a rich, privileged guy. Even though he literally saved the world a million times and literally saved her ass in that very comic that you're reading. You're like, he just saved you.
I mean, I think Sean, you and I actually talked about this like today. Is that
probably? We talked about a great many things, but yeah,
a great. What is it? You will find that you are mistaken about a great many things. That's the Emperor. Sorry.
A great many things.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't like Natalie Portman.
No, I don't like Natalie Portman.
No, nobody here likes her.
There's so much stuff out there right now. Oh, there you go, Sean. Where's my manners? There's so much stuff going on now that you need to hook the audience like that because I can move on to anything in a second, and B, not piss me off because I can move on to anything in a second.
Right.
Like, this is no longer the era of give it a chance. This is now the era of if you want a chance, you better give me a reason to give you a chance. This is the new era.
If I read that, what you read, J-Man, I would still read the comic out to see if there's some sort of like, Iron Man is right in the end or something. Like if there's a story being told, I wouldn't be pissed off.
I read the next one
from the one thing, right?
I read. Send me some cash and I'll buy it based on your cash. It's like, look, I'm paying money for this, and I bought the next one, so I did buy the next one.
Yeah,
I bought the next one and read it. And thought, oh, this is still pretty cool. So I'll probably continue on a bit.
I've never liked Iron Man. There's something about the comics in general. Like when I was I read a lot of it in the 80s, and it was boring, and I kept up with it because it's Iron Man. Right. There's a lot of potential in that character, but I couldn't. And every time I've tried to try it, it's not for me. It's just there's something boring about the character in the comics.
I don't know. I liked not the 2020 Iron Man 2020, but there's one before that. It didn't run very long, maybe 2 years. It was just called Iron Man, and I bought the physical issues. It had Joe Casta in it. I really like Joe Casta.
Joe Casta, man.
And it was really good. And then I thought, well, this is really good. And then they canceled it. I thought, oh, this is garbage. Why then they did Iron Man 2020, and I'm like, okay, I'm not buying this. You guys are bullshit. And then that series ended. And then Iron Man started again. And look, you know why I got it? Because it was Alex Ross cover. And they know that. They know that. They're like, let's put Alex Ross on the cover. So they did Alex Ross covers. And I'm like, I didn't get them physical. I'm like, let me just get the digital ones. They're on sale for like $2 each or something. So I bought the first one. I thought, well, this is pretty good. I bought the second one. I'm like, oh, this pissed me off. And then I'm like, okay, let me get the third one. But the problem is now is that you don't have people who are fans of comics and want to get into the medium of comics and tell stories. You have people who want to give their big political opinions to the masses, and they've got a voice now, and I can speak through this comic. That's the problem. It's not about let's just make it a cool story or whatever. Let's air our grievances with the world, and it's like, or you could do that on Twitter and write a story.
Here's my side jab at Guardians of the Galaxy. They for a while, Iron Man was like the biggest, like most popular character in Marvel, and so they tried to help Guardians of the Galaxy by launching a new series where he joined the team, and that got canceled. So I don't know.
Iron Man is
those guys.
Iron Man is definitely like not as good in comics as he was. Like MCU's Iron Man was way better than the comics. Like when I was saying my foray with Iron Man was very limited, but I read Civil War, and I'm like, this guy's a douche, man.
But Civil War is
off character though in that story.
Well, the problem is brand. When you put all your eggs in that basket, and I just happen to wander along, I take one look at it, I'm like, I'm not reading this guy.
Yeah, but I like Iron Man. I like him in the comics better than in the movies, I guess, because I don't like the 2 Iron Man movies. I like the first Iron Man movie, but
the
he's
2 Iron
building.
Man, the 3 Iron Man movies.
Yeah,
Do you like
the
part
2.
1 or
No, that's what I'm saying. I like part 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like 2 and 3.
Yeah.
So I'm not invested enough in the character in the movies for me to care about him. When he's part of the team, I like him a lot more.
Yeah.
And remember, I don't like Iron Man, but I have 2 Funko Pops of Iron Man. I have a statue of Iron Man this big. I have Tales of Suspense, whatever, which is the first Hawkeye. I've got like every Iron Man thing there is. So even when I don't like someone, I still like them. I don't know. I had 2 Iron Man T-shirts.
Yeah, his best movies are the Avengers movies by far. It's like he has the best arcs. He has the best moments in those movies. Really.
I agree.
And there's more Iron Man in those movies than there are in the Iron Man movies.
I agree with that
there's
too.
There's more Iron Man suit stuff in those movies. So
yeah, I like Iron Man in those movies, but I like this current series. I like Iron Man in this current series. He looks cool. They went back to I don't know how to explain it to you. I don't know what the marks are, but this suit,
okay,
where it's like the sleeves and it's yellow,
and he's got like the sort of shoulder. No, because that's
it's not the shoulder thing. Let me see. I should have it. I should have a picture of it.
Is it Secret Wars Iron Man?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Thank you. Secret Wars Iron. Well, pretty much Secret Wars Iron Man, but with a modern twist.
I should have my figures on standby for this. Yeah. Okay, it's like classic looking Iron Man.
Yeah, classic Iron Man.
So the whole point of this is that Tony Stark is going back to basics. He's like, look, I'm just going to be Iron Man. I'm not doing all this crap anymore. I'm just going to go out and save people. And he fights Unicorn in like the first issue, which is crazy. Like that's a super who gives a crap character of all time, and it's like it's pretty cool. So I like that.
Skeptic, in some ways, they did kind of do Demon in a Bottle in part 2. I mean, he is drunk and gets into a drunken fight, but that doesn't color his overall arc and fights in the movie.
Terrible.
Terrible. Demon in a Bottle was terrible, or his last 2 movies were terrible. Both, I guess, I could agree with. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We can do a whole thing.
Demon in a Bottle isn't what people think it is. I think people like to say, like, I know Skeptic probably knows what it is, but I know people like to say it, but it's like, it's not like a super long ass arc or something. It's like,
Yeah, you could. It's collected in like one edition, which is like 100 pages or something. It's like 3 or 4 comics. I mean, is it even a?
It's like when Logan came out and people were like, they're going to do Old Man Logan. It's like, they're not going to do Old Man. Is he going to drive the Spider-Mobile and team up with Hawkeye?
Hawkeye's going to be hanging out with him,
yeah.
He's going to kill, like, Hulk's, like...
Yeah, he's going to kill Hulk,
like, children or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like so stupid.
Yeah,
I skipped that one after Sean's review. Is that Superman statue behind you next to Blonde? I've got 2 Supergirl statues. One is the I guess the sexier Supergirl, looks like kind of an anime style, and then the one over behind that is Supergirl, Peter David Supergirl, which is like my favorite. And she's coming. There's a stained glass window behind her, and she's coming like not through the window, but she's in front of it. And that's when she was an Earthborn angel, and she actually had fire wings. Matrix, yeah. Nobody likes the fire wings, but I like the fire wings, so that's all that counts.
Convoluted. Anyway, whatever. It's like, what's the origin of that? It's like 12 paragraphs.
I have a big Superman Christopher Reeve. It's like 12 inches or more, maybe 13. And then that's in the packaging, Christopher Reeve. And I've got General Zod, Terrence Stamp, same thing in the packaging, and Lex Luthor, Gene Hackman, same thing in the packaging, the big ones. I could show. Sean and I are doing a Superman talk this Friday, so we could show some of that stuff.
That's cool.
And those were all pre-ordered from MattyCollector.com when they were coming out. I was
going to ask where they're from. Like, they're not Hot Toys or anything, but
they're not Hot Toys, but they look pretty good.
They look accurate.
They look really good. I'll show them to you. I'll bring them down for the Superman stream. I'll have to get some stuff ready for that when we do that one. Do we know? Okay, so hold on. Long Halloween.
The clone.
Just bought the Long Halloween. Oh, nice.
That's cool.
I think I have that on digital. I don't know. It's nothing. I never read Iron Man. It's nothing. Thank you. Yeah, those statues are cool. I love the Matrix. I was looking at through my Supergirls, the other day, and I've got the whole thing. It's really nice. I had the whole thing of Aquaman, but I sold it, which sucks. But I was looking. You know what I couldn't find? We were talking about Steel from Superman and Lois, and we got all pumped up for it. And I thought, let me go pull out my Death of Superman and my Superman Rebirth or whatever, and then I couldn't find them. And then I started to panic. I was like, no, they must be here somewhere. I put them with Supergirl. I don't know why I put it with Supergirl, but I put it with Supergirl. But I also found my Punisher movie adaptation with Dolph Lundgren, and it was filed with Supergirl. I'm like, I have no idea why it was in the Supergirl box. So, but like, and then I was like, thank God, because everyone has the black cover and the white, those two Supermans or whatever.
You need an admin assistant, man, to help you with that.
You got you something that's Batman? Nice. That Superman stat. Which Superman stat? It's a Supergirl statue, Anthony. Anthony's not allowed in the stream anymore.
Anthony, I think is trolling you, man.
Legend production Superman 4. Yeah, well, we love Superman 4.
Yeah.
Superman is trash. Yeah, we know that, Anthony.
Yes.
Well, what can you expect from the guy who thinks Wonder Woman 84 is the best DCEU movie? Come on.
I don't think you're joking there. I think it's because it's over 2 years long. The Clone Saga. The problem with the Clone Saga is there's no direction to it. That's what made it seem very long. You know, like the Death of Superman and Nightfall are about 2 years, but they're great because they tell a story, and I didn't really feel it. So,
Clone Saga is the Spider-Man one, right?
Yeah, it's Spider-Man.
I was checked the F out.
You didn't care about.
That's when I checked out. What was the Clone Saga?
Yeah, I checked out before that.
Clone Saga.
I was done. You guys have to understand. I know Marvel's a big thing. Like we never do Marvel versus DC. I was on someone else's. I was on what was his name? He was on a different stream not too long ago, and we were talking. Look, I'm not an anti-DC, anti-Marvel, pro-DC, pro-Marvel, pro-Superman, like I'm not anything. I'm judging if a Superman story comes out that's not that great. I'm like, that wasn't that great. Bendis did some things, didn't like everything he did, didn't hate everything he did. I'm not going to just pick up every comic and be like, oh, Bendis, garbage. Oh, Bendis, garbage. I'm not going to do that. I read when Superman revealed himself, that issue was really nice. It was really nice the way it was done, but the problem is the aftermath of that really sucks because now all this stuff gets undone. All of the cool tension with all the characters, and it's like everything gets messed up. And now you're like, they're going to have to explain it later and have him lose his identity again or whatever. So that kind of stuff is stupid. But anyways, whatever. It is what it is.
Skeptic, do you want to know what was like 200 issues? The Lifeline tablet saga. That felt like forever. I was like, is this ever ending? Like, God. That was
Hey, Double C. The other figures I only have Power Rangers Legacy figures. I have Power Rangers figures. Not a heck of a lot, and I always Yellow is my favorite. Yellow Ranger is usually my favorite. Green Ranger, the Green Ranger, like not all Green Rangers, but Tommy is my favorite. But then other than that, I usually like Yellow. I don't know why. Yellow's like not my favorite color or anything, but like Rose MacGyver was awesome. RPM is my all-time favorite Power Ranger. We should do an RPM Love Fest. Sean, did you see Spiral?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Oh, so did you hear what Steve and I said or no?
No.
Okay, so Steve and I did the space review on it. Do you want to do yours really quick, just so we got?
Oh my God, space. Okay, hold on.
Okay, so hold on. So I'll write it down. So story. What do you think for the story?
Story was 1.5.
1.5. What about the pacing?
Pacing. Oh, like 2, man.
Yeah, I agree. We both did too. How about the artistry? So music, traps, like the acting.
The traps are cool. I'll give it a 2, man.
Sean's gonna be in my camp here on this one. I'm telling you, I've converted another one. All right, the characters.
Characters. I'll give it like a 1.
A 1, and then your just enjoyment of it in general.
Enjoyment. I thought it was pretty serviceable. I'll give it 1.5.
All right, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're tied. Sean and I are tied. Steve gave it a 6. He was disappointed with some of the. He wasn't dying over the characters, not all of them. And then some of the you didn't like the voice of the guy, which is kind of you thought was a bit weird.
I didn't really mind that. Now remind me, J-Man, like you would know this because I remember you taking a hype about this. In the previous copycat version of Jigsaw, was there not tension with the fact that the traps were not escapable at all? Like even if you escape them, you would still die.
Yes, that was Amanda.
And with this, I got the same sense that there's no real way to escape these things. Maybe the tongue guy, but like beyond that, he just did it too late.
Soon.
Yeah.
I think Steve and I discussed this. I think that this killer, who I guessed, Steve and I guessed this killer in
that's
1
like
minute.
mega. Yeah, if you need movie sense at all, you will know who it is in 1 second.
1 second.
It's like, gee, I wonder what the twist would be.
Right, exactly. and then the character did something that Steve and I did in our movie that we shot in university in the year 300 BC. We came up with this twist, and I'm like, so Steve, honest to God, no joke. When that happened, were you sitting at home and thinking, dude, we did this 20 years ago?
So much of our stuff I feel has been taken that I just don't even bat an eyelash anymore.
Oh, I did. I was like, you bastards, we came up with this idea 21 years ago, you pieces of trash. It's like we're going to put the filmmakers in the traps. It's like, I mean, 20 years ago we did this. And hold on, did you see the Netflix show coming out with the kid with the antlers?
Yeah.
That's my story.
I know.
It's a DC comic. What's it called?
I don't know what the Sweet Tooth.
Yeah, isn't that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know who came up with that idea first, but anyways, I mean, maybe I'm a millionaire, guys. Could be a millionaire.
Owen goes to me, he's like, "Yo, I just got the screener for Random Acts of Violence." I'm like, "Well, I didn't make it, so."
Hello. So okay, so yeah, I like to wonder. Oh yeah, we're Skeptic, you're awesome. We're not going down that road. I like and dislike everything. Yes, that's true. I like. Sorry for your loss. Green Ranger. Yes, Green Ranger. Tommy is like the best. Green's my favorite color. Some of the Green Rangers I find they don't hold up well against Tommy. That's the problem. I do like Asian. Yes, that you've caught me. You caught me.
Classic comics.
Okay, so I missed out when that came. You got to think these were very limited runs.
Yeah,
like we're talking effing limited. Like not like limited to 100,000. That's not limited. If a comic sells 100,000, that's through the roof excitement. Like when Rob Liefeld X-Force #1 sold 5 million copies, that has not been beaten today. Except for X-Men #1 by Jim Lee, which did 8 million, which was released the same year or a year, like in the same time almost. So that has not been beaten today, and that came out like 30 years ago or something, and they have not beaten that. So those Ninja Turtles runs were nothing. It was printed for so I didn't read any of that. I started with the movie. It was like. Was it a movie
Archie Comics movie adaptation?
Archie Comics movie adaptation.
That was drawn in the style of the old like black and whites, but with color in them. That was really good.
That's it. Like that. That's the one.
So the black and whites were collected more mainstream around the time of the cartoons, and so I read that one summer camp. This guy had like a stack of them, and I was like, I got nothing better to do right now, so I read a bunch of those. And so I had new appreciation for the movie because, like, I know a lot of kids are like, it's not like the cartoon. It's like not supposed to be. It's like the comic. It's like one of the best adaptations of any comic book ever. It's exact. It's like pretty crazy. So yeah,
we mentioned that earlier.
The first few issues. I mean, like, they kill Shredder. And then later on, there's like Triceratons and stuff, and there's like a bunch of things and all that. They lifted ideas for the cartoon and for the toy line. But
did you read any Ninja Turtles comics, Steve?
No. Yeah, through the cartoon, and then my main exposure was through the video games.
Oh yes, of course.
I was a fool for the Archie comics. I love those.
Yep, they're neat.
Like I bought them every month, man. They're great.
Death of Superman. Okay, let's reveal. Sean, how much did you pay for the Death of Superman? I bought it the day it came out, and I'll tell you how much I
did
paid.
too. Yeah.
How much did you pay?
I arranged it. It was on my pull, and but that was like way in advance. And if you walked it, there are a lot of. I was thinking about this the other day. I think it was like yesterday. If you walked in that day, because they hyped up the date, and if you walked in that day, I went to my comic store, it was Ron's Comic Room in Scarborough, Ontario, and it was wall to wall guys, like it was like wall to wall people. And they're all like, "What?" And the guy's like, "It's sold out. It's sold out." Everyone's like, "Why didn't you order more?" It's like you can't order more, right? That's not how this works.
That's not how it goes.
Yeah, and it's because it's speculators not knowing how comics work. So you gotta arrange with the guy first. If there's something hot like this, and that's happened with the wedding issue too. If it's something hot like this, you pay for it in advance and you get it in advance. You're not walking in and buying it off the freaking shelf, right? So. I paid cover price for it at the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not pay cover price because they jacked it. My shop jacked it on me. They're like, dude, like they had one for me. They're like, yeah, we'll give you one. I paid $30.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
And the thing even $30 now is outrageous. Imagine back then.
It was already on. I know everyone hates Wizard magazine, but they used to have the thing on the back with the prices, and it was like $25 automatically. And it's like, but the cover says like $135. It's like, what the hell? Yeah,
I think it was $199 at that.
$199 or something like that.
Yeah. That was a bunch of garbage. Like my comic shop now, Gotham Central Comics in Mississauga. They do cover price. Period. If it's on your pull. It's covered, even if it's not on your pull and it's on the, like they had Last Ronin. That's Ninja Turtles. If anyone's a Ninja Turtles fan, you should read Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin. It's friggin' awesome. It's on issue 3. It's a 5-parter. It's issue 3 just came out this week. It's great. I don't review them because I just read them and file them away. But it's good. It's a little bit. It's that annoying size where it's a little bit thicker, so it doesn't fit in a comic box. You have to buy a magazine box. But my shop was that he sold to me for cover, like it's like Ninja, whatever it is, Last Ronin, and everyone, that was a hot book. Now I happened to buy now they had sold out, but my comic shop had a bunch of issues that their shop got a specific cover, so it was a cover only for my shop. So it was a shop specific cover, so I got that one. So I don't know if that's going to be worth more or less. That'll be worth less than a regular release, I'm assuming. But anyways, yeah, so some shops will do cover price. My shop does. But back in that day, they're like, sorry, man, because they're thinking, we're never going to get this many people in here ever again. We have to like milk this, right? And $30, it's like people, and Silver Snail, which is a big comic shop downtown, they were doing 1 copy a person.
Yeah, it was insane. I think back to those days is like, because I walked in, there's people I hadn't seen before. It's always the same people. And it was in. They had posters up everywhere, with the date on it, and of course it came with the black bandana or whatever thing.
I'll show it. I'll show it on Friday. I'll take it out and show all the little things you got.
Yeah, the comics leading up to it were hot too. Like that whole story arc of like
that whole story was good.
Like destroying everything. But everything after that, it sort of fizzled in terms of speculation. But the story was great. It's like everyone missed out, you know.
It was a good story.
Yeah.
Okay, what else we got? Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Who's the tallest? Me, I think.
Yeah.
I'm the tallest. Ha! Skeptic, you're wrong. I think it's me. Then are you guys?
I'm probably the short. I might be the shortest. I don't know.
Hey, it's Steve's birthday today, by the way.
Yes. I was wondering if you're going to say anything.
Yeah. Sean, yours is tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah.
I'm so one day older than Sean.
Yes, that's true.
I'm the elder statesman. Right.
Yeah. So there you go. It's Steve's birthday today. Everyone can send money to J-Man at...
I'm sure I'll see it.
Steve will definitely see that money. I promise you. If you take anything away, take that away. Jimmy, you need to wear a bandana. I know. I have a Marvel bandana, but then everyone's gonna call me a Marvel simp. So I'm not gonna. So I won't wear that. So you like? I like Spiral. I thought it was cool. Look, it's a Saw movie. It's not Saw, but it kind of is, right? So that's cool.
It's
I thought Chris Rock was great.
Like it's still part of the whole thing, right? So
yeah, and I like Chris Rock. I thought he was great. And that Forrest Gump thing in the beginning, Steve and I had that conversation.
Yeah,
we've literally had that because everyone's like, Forrest Gump is the best movie ever. I'm thinking,
it's not. It's mega offensive, dude.
It's like,
I think so. Anyway.
Okay, well, I'm not offended by anything, but I know you're not offended either.
It's just he says it in the thing. It's like they couldn't make that movie now. There's some sort of weird infatuation in the public eye with like mentally challenged characters and stuff like that. Like Rain Man was another one.
Yeah.
And what's the guy's name? Larry Drake played was that his name?
Benny. Benny.
In Ellie Law, and he won like four Emmys in a row or something like that.
You couldn't even make the dream team now. Those are people who are like not mentally challenged, but they're insane.
Yeah, they have like some sort links like mental issues and stuff.
What's the space review? What's his name from Beautiful Mind? Oh, yes.
Russell Crowe, but it was John Nash. John Nash.
I liked that better than Forrest Gump, I think.
I like Beautiful
Mind. Yeah.
I think that was better than Forrest Gump. What'd you guys say? I mean, Forrest Gump. Look, I like Forrest Gump, but I'm not dying over it. It's fine. But the girlfriend Jenny or whatever is a piece of garbage.
Okay,
I cannot stand her face.
Forrest Gump won Best Picture at the Academy Awards. Do you know what movie it beat?
Beautiful Mind? No, I don't know.
No. Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah,
Shawshank. One of the greatest movies ever made. So I don't know. It's like, tell me about your love of Forrest Gump.
I like Forrest Gump.
It's fine.
Do I like Forrest Gump more than Shawshank Redemption? No.
Oh, hell no.
But I like Forrest Gump. It was a fun time. I didn't like, everything that was said in Spiral. I agree with.
I think it's fun once. I've never really revisited. I feel like it's insufferable to me.
I got it on 4K.
Which one? Forrest Gump?
Forrest Gump, yeah.
I got it on 4K.
It's fine, Sean. It's fine.
It's a fantasy. It's a whimsical fantasy. It's never
They never made the sequel.
Shawshank is the best.
There was a book sequel.
Stephen King adaptation.
Yeah, Shawshank is like a 10 out of 10 movie, man.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Like Forrest Gump is like a 6 out of 10 movie. You watch it, like that was pretty good, and then you just go on with your day. Like maybe the problem is that girl is so garbage.
Yeah,
and the whole movie revolves around her. Yeah. It just all revolves around her. I'm like, literally, if they would have removed her, it would have been like 9 out of 10, probably 8 or 9 out of 10, because I like his little adventure, meeting all the different people along the way. I thought that was really cool. Lieutenant Dan and all that stuff. I liked all that. It's a thing. Yeah, Green Mile's pretty good too. We'll get to that. So what about Saving Private Ryan?
No, that's good.
I like that movie. It's pretty good. It's good.
I wasn't a huge fan of Saving Private Ryan. It was okay. Like it was well mounted. It's a Spielberg film, but they went too far with it. They went way too far with it by the end. Like that German soldier was just killing, and like the Jeremy, I forget his last name, Jeremy Davies character, who just like. He was all like in a fetal position. I know he was supposed to be like the cowardly one, but like he's there in a fetal position while the guy in the next room is killing his friend. Like, get out of here. Like, and then he, at the end, when the guy's captured, he kills him. No. And you know what? Another thing is, and J-Man knows what I'm talking about. Both of us dislike Matt Damon at this point. When they're like, we're going to save Matt Damon, I'm like,
no, don't.
Turn around. Like, don't save Matt Damon.
Don't save his ass. He deserves to die.
So I
Matt Damon. Someone had to do it.
Matt
Damon. Yeah.
It's okay. Look, there's good action. Like, what do you want me to tell you? It's really cool. I like the battles and the way, and like I could understand what was going on. I understood like the framing of it. Look, it's Spielberg. It's gonna be a well-made movie or whatever. Oh, that's really loud.
Except for War Horse.
War Horse.
I didn't see War Horse.
I'm like, it really is about the horse. I went click. I couldn't believe it.
Number one, we all got the first one.
Yeah, Dose one.
Green Mile is brilliant.
I like Green Mile. Pretty cool.
Green Mile is brilliant. I couldn't believe that they did so much of it like the book. Like I didn't think they would do the mouse. When they did that, I was like, wow. It's Frank Darabont knows how to do Stephen King.
Yeah.
Now
Mist was cool too.
Steve is the Stephen King master, if you didn't know.
He has everything in hardcover.
Yeah.
I know he's missing one. Or did you get that one book?
Oh, I got it.
You got it. Okay. You cried at the end of Forrest Gump?
Hardcover I got.
I cried during it. And I was like, oh, when is this going to end? Archery comes right over his business. Yeah. Marcus, dude, I'm with you. I'm with Chip. If he thinks that Elektra's going to be Daredevil for a reason, I'm okay with that. I don't get mad at changes in comics because it's never permanent. I don't care if it's for a woke reason either, because that too shall pass. This too shall pass, or what's the line?
This too shall pass.
Saving Private Ryan. Yeah, it's fine. It's good. Look, people come up to me like, Saving Private Ryan's the damn best. I'm like, okay. Like, I'm not going to say someone's, if they like it, because I think it's a good movie. I watched it. I thought that was really good. Don't care about Matt Damon. Don't care about the German guy angle thing where they let him go and then he comes back. It's like, why? Why is he bad now? I don't think that would really make sense. There's a few things that was like, but it's fine. It's not worth, it's not worth.
I will say Saving Private Ryan did inspire me to write like a story, which I'm going to do. Is Straight Up Ass?
It's a good movie. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like 101 First.
Airborne.
Airborne. Okay, yeah, love it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Anthony's just kidding. You know that.
Yeah, it's such a.
It's good.
It's such a like when Michael Clark Duncan, like, there's a great line. I don't remember if it made it into movie, but I was in the book where one of the guards said, if I have to go to God and I just killed one of his like creations.
Oh, that was good.
Am I really going to say it was because of my job? I think they gave that to Tom Hanks, but like
that was good.
I was like, that is the best line ever, man.
That's right. Yeah, he's like, he goes, because Michael Clark MCD was was like a special, like a special person who could do all these healing, and he's like, he goes, it's my job to kill him, so I'm going to go to heaven and tell God, well, yeah, it was my job or whatever.
Yeah,
like, exactly. That was awesome.
That was brilliant.
You cried just. Hey Ryan, what's going on, dude?
SpongeBob did it.
Am I the one who much prefers Daredevil costume compared to the show? Cat's Eye, yes, I've seen Cat's Eye, but I don't own it. Steve owns it. I'm assuming you own it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was good. I like Cat's Eye, right? It was good.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it's cool.
Stories and then Drew Barrymore's in between. It's an anthology movie.
Yeah, I liked that. I liked Cat's Eye. I remember that one. I got to rewatch that. I don't have that one actually. I should rewatch that.
Anthology movies are the best, like horror ones.
I like anthology horror movies.
Awesome.
Like Creepshow.
Creepshow and all that. Tales from the Crypt. Tales from the Dark Side. Sorry, Tales from the Crypt. The movie wasn't an anthology, but Tales from the Dark Side was.
Tales from the Crypt, the British
one.
The
show.
British one.
The British one is
from the ECW.
There's a British Tales from the Crypt and a British Vault of Horror.
Vault of Horror, yes. Vault of Horror is, I haven't watched Vault of Horror. Steve, did you watch that yet?
I watched both.
You watched it? Yeah, okay. Okay, so you know what? The thing is, the black suit was fine. That's straight out of the comics. When he got his armored suit, I would have liked to have it for all to be red instead of red and black. And then if it was all red, I would have been like, that's perfect. The movie Ben Affleck suit wasn't really as bad as everyone thought it was. It was okay. It looked a little weird with the collar, though. But it was like, it was a bit weird. It was a bit weird.
Did they let him not bunch in places? Like, it looked like it bunched in places with him for some reason.
Yeah, I think the TV was. I think Skeptic, you might be the only one who, because I think everyone likes the TV one a bit better. But also, the Daredevil television series is in my top 5 favorite TV series of all time. And other than that show, all of them are old fogey shows. Like Deep Space Nine, Star Trek, what's it called? Batman, Adam West. Like, it's like Doctor Who, Daredevil. Like it's like everything's from the 60s except for Daredevil. It's just that the thing is, I love Daredevil. I don't know, that show is magical to me. I was just like hanging on every episode.
Yeah.
Got some. Yeah. That's right. Oh, thank you. That line was in the film. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. If you got a tattoo in an embarrassing area, what superhero would it be? Well, but the next one's Wonder Woman, and that's going to be here. This whole entire section is. I'm literally going through photos right now in hopes of that reopening. So Wonder Woman's going here, and then I don't know what I'm doing next. I was thinking of doing my whole leg Vulture and the other leg Scorpion.
That'd be interesting.
That'd be kind of neat. Darabont adapted 2. Yeah, so he did.
He did 3.
He's done more than 2. Yeah, he's done more than 2.
He did The Mist.
The Mist.
Oh yeah.
What's it called? What were the other 2? Green Mile
and Shawshank.
And Shawshank. Those were the 3. Yes, yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure. I stopped watching Children of the Corn after there were 666 of them. I'm just joking. That was part 6. They actually called Children of the Corn 666.
Yeah.
And I thought, you guys are too clever for me. I'm going to have to pass on this one. Because it's like, I can't.
I draw the line at the 666.
Yeah, I was like, that's too on the nose. Children of the Corn Part 1 with Linda Hamilton.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a cool movie. And that guy, what was the kid's name? He was a douchebag.
Oh, yeah.
The main guy.
Yeah, I can picture.
I know his name. I'll remember his name. He was a douchebag, that guy. That was great. The Shining is better than the novel. Oh, Steve, what are your thoughts? Okay, so my wife really likes the Bachman books, or Bachman, however you say the stupid name. Yeah. She Long Walk is one of her absolute favorites. Awesome. Yeah. She read The Shining and barfed. She hated it.
Yeah.
Hated it. She's like, this is crap. I'm like, are you serious? I was like, Shining? And she's like, hated it. Didn't want to watch the movie. Didn't want to watch the show. Didn't want to watch the Dr. Sleep. She's like, I'm done with anything with Shining. I'm like, seriously? She's like, I'm done. So what do you think, movie or book? I never read the book.
They're so different. It's almost like, do you prefer Stanley Kubrick to Stephen King? Like, I don't consider The Shining Stephen King. I consider it more Stanley Kubrick.
It is a Stanley Kubrick movie.
Big time. Yeah. There's hardly any supernatural element. It's sort of hinted here and there. I think that I would say The Shining movie made more of an impact to film than The Shining book made to literature. The Shining, I think so. I think The Shining is one of my favorite Stephen King books. But it's impossible not to get goosebumps. Even when they did Ready Player One and they went into The Shining in the video game, it was hard to get goosebumps. That movie is so iconic. It's impossible. So I prefer to just say it's almost like comparing apples to hand grenades. It's so different. Right. And that's why they did the miniseries, which I personally liked. A lot of people didn't.
I liked it.
It was closer to the book. I mean, if you don't like that, then you pretty much didn't
Stephen
like
King not have like a hand in that? Did
Stephen King
write the screenplay?
Yeah, he wrote it. He basically
the TV show.
The TV one.
He hated the Kubrick adaptation.
Yeah.
He hated it. So he decided to do it. It is closer to the ending is nicer. But I don't know. It's hard for me to say one's better than the other because they're so different.
I never read the book because I can't read, unfortunately. That's one of my faults. We need to talk about Star Trek. You can if you want to, but I'm very rigid. It's like it's like after Enterprise, Star Trek can go take a leap. It can take a long walk off a short pier. Like I'm not even going to entertain a comment to tell me that the JJ Star Trek films are Star Trek. They're not Star Trek. They're garbage movies anyways. So it's not like I'm open-minded about superheroes because even if I don't like something, it's still superheroes fighting. Star Trek needs to be like Star Trek. I'm the least flexible. I'm the least flexible on Star Trek. I'm super flexible on superhero movies. I don't like Batman vs Superman, but Batman still fights Superman, and you could watch that. You're like, that's a cool fight. It's like I cannot give you any positives for JJ Star Trek at all. I cannot take it at all. It's garbage. It pisses me off. Mist. Oh, that's a great movie. The black and white Mist.
Oh, the black and white is how it should have been done.
The ending's a little bit.
Oh yeah, the ending is messed up.
It was a little bit stupid. The
it's a
last
real
like
horror
5
movie.
minutes.
Isaac is
No,
the
no, no,
kid's
no.
name.
That's a good. No. But it happened too fast.
Oh, it went no.
They shoot themselves, and it's like, oh, there's the guy right there. I'm like, you could have waited 5 minutes. Like,
that was
That's too
trying to be
bad.
too clever.
That's the tragedy of it.
there was a tragedy, made me
they
laugh.
didn't shoot
I'm
it.
like, oh, okay.
Yeah, they didn't shoot that. It should have been shot in black and white. Isaac. I think Isaac is that character, J-Man.
Yes,
From
Isaac. Yeah, that guy's a bastard. I love Star Trek: The Motion Picture.
Motion pictures are my favorite of the.
Sean's a hater of it. We know. We're not going to get into it.
Sean,
He's laughing.
The world hated that movie. That's why they made.
No, they
Part Two the
didn't,
way it
Sean.
Hot
was.
takes Tuesday.
Nope. We're not tolerating any motion picture dislikes.
It's my go-to example of how you turn a franchise around, and it could be applied to any other franchise.
Star Trek: The Motion Picture is one of my favorite movies,
I've grown up with it, so there are parts I love, but
yeah,
but
like
come
all of
on. It was
no, you can't convince me. I know. I honestly think it's 10 out of 10. I'm sending you the Rob Ager link. So he can explain it to you. He's going to explain it to Sean, so
You
then
don't
Sean
have to explain
understands.
anything. They circumnavigate the Enterprise about 10 times.
Because we
Spock
haven't
is in
seen
that
it.
rocket pack, and it
Oh
counts
my
down.
god!
And each
Oh my
second
God.
is 5 seconds. It's like 10.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but
9. No. It's
Oh
like,
my
are you gonna
God.
do every number? Oh my god. Really? Anyway.
Okay, let me explain.
Everyone watch Star Trek the Motion Picture.
No, don't watch it because you're going to side with Sean because everyone thinks it's boring. But they're wrong.
Sean, man.
They're so wrong. Star
Look,
Trek: The Motion Picture.
McCoy's
Oh my God.
like mega beard is the best. And there's
Yeah.
like super like V-neck thing in there. Yeah,
Oh,
no, his
dude.
disco outfit
Yeah.
like is awesome. Like there
It's
are parts of that
awesome,
movie
dude.
that are cool, but it can be chopped down, man. You chopped a little. Chop it.
No.
10
No.
out of 10. 10
Chop
out
it.
of 10.
Chop.
10 nope, can't chop it. You can't chop this, dude. Can't chop this, dude. How you doing? Hey, Hot Takes Tuesday. What's going on, man? Part of the opening of Charlie Coin. Yeah, it's Isaac. I think is the name. You're right. I've heard there was CP. I don't know what that means.
What's CP, skeptic?
We don't know anything. We're over 40.
We're old.
Child porn?
Oh, I got you. Yeah. In the book there is. Yeah.
Wait, what was what?
Yeah, there's like
What
the
was
whole.
previous one? You skipped one. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Chinese
agreed.
cosmic, yeah.
Done.
Jack
Child
Nicholson
porn
is
is
Jack Torrance and the Joker.
Was there though? Like,
I can't read, so no. My wife, who can read, has read every book that's out.
I don't think there was child porn.
She in it.
No, I don't think there was child porn in it. That's why
They all do. Don't they all do each other?
And it,
Is that
yeah.
considered
No,
child porn?
it's infamous, Steve. You
No,
read
what are
is
you
that
talking-
considered child porn?
Yeah, kids having sex is child porn.
Yeah, Steve.
I thought child porn was filming it.
It can be any media. Just like pornography is any media. It's literature, prose. It could be pictures.
All right.
I mean,
Anyway,
I don't know how
I
They all have sex.
Yeah, I don't know how descriptive it is to
No, not
to say.
really.
If you say this, you know
Yeah,
what I'm
I
saying?
don't know.
But the concept of what he means is that there's
Okay,
children
fine.
having sex
Yes,
with
there's
each other.
child porn in it.
Yes, there is. That's why it's Steve's favorite book. No,
No, it's not.
no. The Shining is your favorite book. Yes.
No,
Oh no, I thought you said it was your favorite. What'd you say was the
one of my favorites.
Oh, one of your. So okay. No, The Stand is your favorite. I
Yeah,
think,
yeah.
right? Yeah. I knew that.
Stand in a place where you were. Anyway.
No, don't. No. Don't. All right.
My
All
God.
right. Okay, just for the record, Steve does not like.
No one does.
No one
No.
does.
There's a
All right,
weird.
Jesus.
There's a weird thing in. I think it was the second Sister Street Fighter, where there was like a young girl, and there was a poster in an office, and it's a young girl, and she was naked, and I went,
Yeah. Sometimes weird stuff like that happens. It's like
Yeah,
is it
it's
God of Cookery where
flipping
that naked boy
disturbing,
is
man.
walking around?
Yeah, God,
Yeah, I was
no.
like-
It's King of Comedy.
King of Comedy,
Yeah, he's the little boy's walk, and he literally
Oh,
is
yeah.
poking
and
his
he's
little.
poking
That's
at his,
weird,
his
man.
wiener, yeah.
Yeah, and
That's
you're like,
really
I was
oh,
like,
dude,
I think it's
Yeah.
illegal to watch this. What the hell is this?
Yeah,
man?
that was so weird.
Stephen
weird.
Chow, you little
But yeah,
scamp.
Even Chow, man.
I still like King of Comedy.
Anyways, back to the comment.
Back to the comment. Yeah, so we did you guys read Game of Thrones or no?
Nope.
No, I'm
My
afraid
wife did.
to.
She really liked it.
Thick as a telephone book.
She really liked it. I use the audiobooks. Yeah, that's good. I use audiobooks. I do audiobooks all the time. That's how I did all the James Bonds. Agree with you, even though Enterprise sucked. Enterprise is okay.
But my dad was mentioning
yeah.
in line.
Yeah. J.J. Abrams is Star Trek better than most hot takes. Come on. No way. Would you like an Arnold Stallone team up? We had one. It was called The Escape Plan.
Yep.
I liked Escape Plan. Did you guys like Escape Plan?
Yeah.
I liked it.
I got the
I liked it. Yeah. I don't think Schwarzenegger came back for the next
No, he
one.
didn't come back. No.
Yeah, he's only in the first. Who's in the second one?
Batista's in the second one.
Oh yeah, Bautista.
That's right. Yeah.
That's
I have to watch those.
He split his.
But yeah, Andrew, dude, you gotta watch Escape Plan, man. The two of them together is killer good.
Hey,
JG, hey, how's it going?
So,
Back to the Future is one of my favorite. Oh yeah, Back to the Future is great,
Back to the Future.
and Terminator is great too. Star Trek Generations. It's okay.
it's fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, Voyager's cool. There is, yes, yeah. So we've.
Yes, we've established that. Thank you for introducing.
I don't know,
that topic.
Steve. What's
Tim
Steve?
Curry.
Tim Curry's better. Okay, not even close.
Yeah.
I think we all like. Did we all like the older Mortal Kombat movie better than the new one?
It's
Yes.
more focused and it's more of a story.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree.
That's that
I
great
agree.
theme song.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree with all you guys on that. Oh my God,
That
Rambo,
would be good.
Monica Rambo, or John Rambo? No, their names are spelled differently. Your fiance was weirded out by the consistency of naked baby Superman. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and first movie.
I said 5 out of 10 for Army of the Dead. Sean said 6 out of 10. Steve has not yet seen it. I was going to go to Sean convinced me to go to 6, but I convinced myself to go back to 5. You've seen Escape Plan, good. That's a favorite. Sometimes
That's a
favorite.
favorite.
I liked Escape Plan. That was pretty cool.
Was that obvious? I don't know.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked Escape Plan. There's like, is there a third one of that or no?
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
Wow.
There is.
Who's in the third one?
I think it's Batista and Stallone again.
Oh God.
Oh, so the Batista just became the new.
I think.
Is he his own character though?
Yeah, he's his own character. He's not. From what I remember, he's not.
No,
I
I wanna
haven't seen
see
any
it,
of the
but-
Conjuring movies.
I'm the
Oh,
only
you guys-
one in this panel that likes the Conjuring movies.
Oh, Sean, I put it. I put it where I
Okay,
usually put
cool.
stuff. That's been there for a while. I just didn't say anything. I didn't think you cared. That's why I didn't say it.
There was a guy we shot in a movie we never finished who was in the Conjuring movies.
Yes, yeah, Shannon.
Shannon.
No, yeah.
He's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
So there is. Did you watch The Nun, Sean?
I didn't see that. I'm talking about the Conjuring movies called the Conjuring movies. Not
It's all
the
or
Conjuring,
nothing,
not
baby.
the Conjuring verse.
No,
Conjuring
it's got.
verse
It's
is
all
just
or
my
nothing, baby.
ass. Like,
It's all or nothing.
The Nun.
You
and
need to watch all
I'll watch
47
them.
Annabelles.
They're all the,
Annabelle
I
is
acknowledge they're not scary, and they're all the same kind of scares in movies. I think that the second Annabelle movie made me laugh. I think it's the one where is it the one where the ghost draws a bunch of pictures, and then when you go through the pictures, it's like a flip book of what's going to
Yeah,
happen.
I think
And I was
so.
like, "That's your scare? What the hell is going on in this movie?" That made me. I paused. I was laughing so hard. It was
No,
so
dude,
stupid. It's
I
like
saw
you,
the
you
two
flip and then
Conjurings.
you see an animation of what's going to happen.
Yeah, I saw the two Annabelles,
on a
the
true
two
story.
Conjurings.
Yeah.
I saw two Conjurings, the two Annabelles, and then
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't follow this anymore. And then it's like, this is a prequel. This is a prequel to this. This is a
Yeah.
prequel to that. I'm like, oh, okay,
All
just
the
make the next one.
non-Conjurings are prequels. But the thing is, like, I like Conjuring 1. Conjuring 2 is okay. It's overly long. This looks like just another Boredometer, but I'll watch it, man. I like the idea of making that couple like a franchise.
Yeah.
But they waited so long to make part 3, you know.
Did they do Amityville?
No, they'll never do that because it's called Amityville. Right. You know,
that was what they were known for.
Yeah, that's what they're famous for.
Yeah, I didn't watch them. I own Conjuring Part 1 though. That's it. I would buy Annabelle the full doll.
I've been binging a lot of modern horror, and my God, my instincts were right. It sucks. Modern horror is not scary. It's all very boring and not fun. The only one that sticks out in my mind is 1BR, so maybe watch that if you haven't seen it. It's more of a thriller. But everything else is just...
What have you seen?
The ghosts suck. And pardon?
What have you seen? You said you've been binging a lot. What have you seen recently?
I can't remember the names of them. There's the that's the thing. Is like, my God. There's one with I can't remember his name. They're just all kind of mashed together.
That My Sharona, whatever it's called.
Them. Yeah.
That My Sharona movie or whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called. La Rana or something.
La Llorona? I haven't seen it.
That's part of the Conjuring verse.
Is it?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. These are all. I just purchased Insidious, the Key something. I don't know. Key something. Last Key, because I realized I don't have it. And I like the
Insidious movie. Yeah.
I like the 3 Insidious movies. I like all 3 of those. Yeah. So I'm gonna watch The Last Key and I'll see what that's like. But
isn't that a prequel? Because what's her name comes back? Lynn
Shay, isn't it?
Lynn Shay. Yeah,
but I don't care.
Apostle.
I don't know when it takes place. I'm just gonna watch it.
I own the Conjuring movies. I haven't watched them. I got them because it's James Wan.
But have you got all of the Conjuring verse?
Oh God, no.
Yeah, so if you don't get My Sharona and Nun or whatever.
It's
okay. Army of Death 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, that's all right. Voyager's amazing. Star Trek show. Yeah, it's fine. Deep Space Nine is the best. What do you guys? Wait, you guys make movies? Of course. Not anymore though, because we have no money and we are discouraged. I don't know if that's the truth. Terminator RoboCop. I wouldn't do that, to be honest.
They did it already in the comics like multiple times.
Yeah,
video game. So yeah,
they do it in the video games and stuff.
No.
Do you know none in real life? No, I don't.
Nope.
I really enjoyed the movie that you were talking about. Not My Sharona, whatever.
Conjuring 3.
Conjuring 3. The Devil Wears Prada.
3. They should have made it in 3D like a real horror movie.
Oh. Yes.
Conjuring 3D.
Really like the first 2 Conjurings. Didn't see the Nun or Annabelle movies. Thanks for Cred Sox. Thanks for coming in. So I think I like Annabelle because she looks cool to me, but she doesn't move or do anything.
Was that the one where the devil holds it up and you see the devil's face like right behind the? That was a pretty cool shot.
That was a cool shot.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not. Look, we're not beating these movies up, to be honest with you. Look, but the thing is, they start to become very interchangeable, and nothing stands out as being shocking. It used to be that when horror movies, there's different camps. There was a lot of cool, crazy deaths, slasher films, these kind of Saw-ish things, Friday the 13th. And if you didn't want to go for a slasher like a Halloween or a Friday or whatever, you could do like maybe a zombie thing, which gave you some sort of more action elements and a lot of gore, a lot of zombie gore, and a lot of good zombie gruesome deaths and guts flying everywhere. And then there's usually some sort of social message of some kind or something in those movies. Or if you're going to do a ghost story, it was usually a very good story where it's more of a thriller where you're really intrigued into what's going on, or there's a mystery to it or something. And that's where they've tried to go with these horror movies, but they all seem to be the same because nothing stands out as a thing. Like
there's no money shot, there's no iconic design,
right?
And there's no, like, they call them gags where you come up with something with a fun, cool, memorable scene. And there's none of that in these movies at at all.
Like
at
okay,
all.
look, Poltergeist. There was the TV, you know, and that's like they're you know, it's like they're here, or what did she say?
They're here.
They're here.
There's Zelda Rubinstein.
Yeah,
she was a discovery for that movie.
She's
like,
great, but then
Malcolm, like that.
Oh yeah. And then they're like Night of the Demons. She puts the lipstick in her nipple, which was very weird.
And yeah, that's weird.
And you're just so like you watch it, and you're like, oh, that's the one with that nipple thing. That was weird. And like they don't have that anymore.
The waterbed death in Nightmare on Elm Street.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's not that thing where you're like, oh shit, yeah. Like see, like Exorcist, lots of craziness, right? Head spinning. Everybody knows head spinning. Even if you don't know The Exorcist or exactly what happened in that scene or whatever, everyone remembers that because that was like the oh shit, like that was great. Exorcist 3 was the pant, you know, the guy with
the big jump
sheet
scare.
with the sheet, and you're like, whoa. And these newer movies don't have that. That's the problem. I don't remember. That's why Sean can't remember them because you watch, you're like, oh, that, like you watch, they're all 5 out of 10, right? You watch, you're like, that was okay, and then you move on with your day and you never go back to it.
Some of them are overly long too, and that's kind of a problem as well in horror movies. But
I liked Insidious because there's the astral plane.
Yeah.
So you didn't really see that before. You know,
I like the astral plane is boring as ass. Well, it's all black. And you see, the only cool thing is part 1 where he goes to that house and that family reenacts their murder.
Yeah, but also they leave.
Cool. Yeah,
and also they leave the house. I like that. The idea that you could just, like, he's like, well, let's just move out, but then it doesn't cure it because it's part of them, right? Yeah. I like that. It's neat. Look, but again, we're grasping at straws here. We there's something about it that shows what it is.
Yeah.
That distinguishes it at least. I like the others, that kind of stuff. Oh yeah. I agree. Modern horror is just gory, but it's not even really gory.
No, it's not. Well, the ghost ones are not.
They're not. I like gore. Insidious movies are good. Yeah, I like Insidious. That's the only one I like of the new ones.
Yeah.
My dad was forced to see Jaws. I like Jaws.
Jaws is good.
And that's a good movie. It's not really a horror movie.
Well, it is, but I never considered it a horror movie.
Yeah. So it was a Raggedy Ann, and it was a Raggedy Ann doll.
Yeah.
Which are not scary anyways. Even the Annabelle actual doll, nobody would buy that, right? Because it looks creepy. But I would buy it because I'm weird. I'd buy it. I've got Chucky over there. Chucky's appeared too many times on stream now. People are sick of him. We're putting him in time. I put him in the corner in timeout. I prefer RoboCop. We all know the Terminator would destroy RoboCop. I don't know. Would the Terminator beat RoboCop?
Terminator are built for war. RoboCop is built for like modern law enforcement. So Terminator would probably win.
Okay.
The problem is
he's been programmed for urban pacification.
If you got one RoboCop, you can send multiple Terminators to take him out.
Right, and he's kind of slow. He's clunky. Yeah. He's very clunky.
Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, I'm very songy today. I'm very musical.
Yeah,
I like 1 and 2.
Strike.
Nope.
You guys seen the Screaming Skull? Did we see that?
No.
It's an old 50s. Is that the one where the skeleton throws the woman in the thing? Probably not, but
maybe. We saw the parody of it though, which was, what was that one called? The Lost Skeleton of Cadavra.
Oh, that was great. And that was basically is barely lifting up. I have risen.
Yeah, great. That was a very I do science. It's like I do science.
I'm going up into the cabin and do science. Like I'm going to do some science. I'm
that
going to do science. Yeah.
And there's that Catwoman in it and stuff. That was a cool movie.
Yeah, Annabelle.
I think that was a parody of these kinds of movies. So this is all part of that. But I never saw this actual movie. But I watched Tubi has a lot of the Elvira movie macabre versions. So I just recently watched Frankenstein's Castle of Freaks or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's awful. But it's great. It's great. And there's nudity in it too. So it's great. Angry Video Game. Of course, we all know Angry Video Game Nerd.
For me.
No. There are no strip clubs. What do you think of Dracula Untold? Oh, you know what?
Did you watch that?
No. There's a guy at work who was like, "Oh man, that was a wicked movie." I was like, "Really?" So now I have to watch it.
Everyone says it's one of these ones that everyone says is great, and it's like, if it's so great, how come you didn't go to the theater to see it? Because it didn't make that much.
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't seem like it was going to be that cool.
No, it did make money. it just they were supposed to do it off the Universal thing.
Yeah.
And then it just didn't go.
Yeah, Steve's got like one of the best Draculas. He's wearing the Monster Squad shirt, so that's one of our favorites.
Yeah. Jaws and Terminator.
Yeah, they're both good. You haven't seen Chucky? Yeah, you can watch it. You can watch the Child's Plays. They're good.
No, I think he hasn't seen your Chucky doll.
Death Battle was seen otherwise. Yeah, I don't know. Favorite Indiana Jones movie?
One.
Well, if I have to pick, it's going to be Temple of Doom, and everybody already know. Everybody on here knows that.
Yeah.
Temple of Doom and then Raiders, but they're both 10 out of 10, and I consider them both masterpieces. I wanted to be an archaeologist. Legit, I took courses. I actually took some in university, and then I was like, yeah, it's just too much reading and figuring out stuff, and I'm not great on that. I'm an arts guy, but I love Indiana Jones. If you would have asked me when I was a certain age, I would have said Indiana Jones is better than Star Wars. Depending on when you had asked me.
Yeah.
So I love those two, Temple and Raiders. They're both 10 out of 10. Last Crusade, to me, there's too much making fun of Indiana Jones. Like Indiana Jones was not like a character that was on screen. I didn't want to be James Bond. I wasn't a James Bond kid because I got into that way later. I was a Star Wars kid, of course, because everybody was. And I wasn't like so much like a Superman kid either, where I'm like, yeah, I want to be Superman. And Sean was a Superman kid. We have evidence this Friday. But I was Indiana Jones. Like I tore the sleeve off. I did the Temple of Doom costume. I had like the shirt and I rolled up the shirt and I had the one long sleeve because one sleeve was long, the other one was torn. And then he had a wrap around and he had the hat and he had the sash. I try to replicate that costume. I loved. When I saw Temple of Doom, I could not believe it. I'm like, this is the greatest movie ever. I don't care if Willie Scott's annoying. She's not annoying. To me, I like her. Steve, what's your favorite?
Raiders.
Raiders, yep.
First, that's the one I saw in the theater. You know, the rolling ball. It's impossible to get that out of my head. Like I was actually backing away from the screen when it happened. That's 4. So, just like it's more of a horror movie than it. Well, I consider Temple of Doom the closest to a horror movie. But Raiders is very disturbing. Like it's very like dark. I like like trying to find the Well of the Souls, and he finds it by just figuring it out. I like going into the Well of the Souls. I love the fact that he's ready to blow it up. The Ark, he's ready to blow it up just so the Nazis can't get it, because he loves artifacts, right? Like he's an archaeologist. He loves it. He's a history professor. And he's willing to destroy this artifact, right? Like he's like, and then it's like, no, it's like you can't do it.
That was the best. That was the best. Renee Bell was like, "Go ahead, John, blow it up."
Yeah,
you and I are just passing through history.
Yes,
this is history. It's the best line. It has a lot of great lines.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, Sean, what's your favorite?
I'd say since the DVD release back in their 2000s or so, I would say it's Temple of Doom. It's the one I pop in more when I want to watch an Indiana Jones something. It's gonna be Temple of Doom. Growing up, it was Raiders. But yeah, Temple of Doom has the best cinematography. I mean, all the colors super pop, and it looks amazing on Blu-ray. And the best score of all the movies is from that movie. It's the classic Indiana Jones score and the round the short round score, the trekking score, and all that stuff. It's great. Like Willie Scott can be annoying, but I've grown used to her. He's a hero. There's a complete story. I know it's a rip off of Gunga Din.
Gunga Din, I know.
But it's still great. I mean, listen, I'm gonna be a little sore at the whole dinner scene. I think it's kind of stupid, but
the dinner scene, man.
but beyond all that, it's when I want to watch an Indiana Jones something, I pop that in. Raiders is a very close second. It's awesome though, Raiders. I agree with you on the other two. Kingdom of Crystal Skull seems unnecessary and stupid, and all of the things that people say about Raiders of the Lost Ark that Indiana Jones doesn't have to be in the movie is completely true of the fourth one,
right?
And not true of Raiders, because he needs to be there to retrieve the thing, and his resourcefulness and his knowledge is what gets him through the ordeal in the first place, right? So you need that hero there. And the third one is jokey and unnecessarily making fun of the characters. Marcus in the comics, in the Marvel comics, was a badass before they made that third movie, and then they made the third movie, and he's a goof.
He's a goof. Yeah, and it's like he got lost in his own museum and stuff. It's like, okay,
that's pretty.
Robocar got destroyed by a few cops. Terminator walk. Yeah. I mean, we could. I mean, but they're not the same thing, really. Hire a stripper to work at a comic book shop. Yeah, okay, that. The nerds won't go into that. I don't think you know nerd culture. They'd be intimidated. Yeah, Alien, Halloween are like both those movies are in my like top 20, let's say 30 or whatever.
Yeah.
Temple of Doom. Yep, Temple of Doom. Oh yeah, some of them hated it. I'm behind on comments. I know he's gonna be eating. My God, there's a lot of sarcasm. This is great.
Is Sean drinking beer?
No, he doesn't.
I'm drinking Diet Coke.
I didn't have the proper hat. I just had like a cap that I pretended was the hat. We used our imagination back then. We didn't have cosplay. I took a skipping rope and I put the two handles together. So then that was my whip. Raiders is great. Yeah, I love Raiders. The Crocs eating people freaked me out. Oh yeah, that was weird. That did freak me out. Arkham. I like Annabelle, and then that. But those movies scared the living shit out of me. Okay. I mean, it's just a doll. Just punch it in its face.
Kick it.
Kick it. But Annabelle doesn't do anything. She's the gateway through which
spirits
stuff happens.
Yeah,
right?
It's not like Chucky.
It's not Chucky. Yeah. Last Crusade, James Bond. Yeah. But Last Crusade made fun of him. Yeah, the arc scene was crazy. Sean Connery's good. Yeah, he's a shit person. Why?
Yeah. All the stuff at the end of Last Crusade is cool, like the trials and all that. That
was wicked.
Yeah,
no, I've heard.
Watch that muted. Oh, which one? Watch something muted. Yeah, one of the
Club Obi-Wan. Yeah.
Temple of Doom had Club Obi-Wan. Oh yeah. That's right. I was cross-eyed. Yeah, no, I was cleaning my glasses because I hate these glasses. Yeah, Halloween got so many. Yeah, Don't Call Me Junior. Yeah, I know.
Last Crusade.
All right, I'll put a link, but I won't stay. We're not going to stay too long today, just because I've got like a lot of fighting I got to do tomorrow with people. So I'm gonna. There you go. People can pop in for just maybe like a quick round of like 10-15 minutes, and I'm going to probably end off today a bit earlier.
Yeah, I'm going to leave around 9 anyway. So
I've never been drunk, so there you go. Hey, Scarlet. Hey,
what's up?
Hey, Scarlet. Yeah, your Scarlet Witch is what is it? Oh, sorry. I was trying to remove the comment, but I clicked on the wrong thing.
Let's get rid of him.
Scarlet Witch
is best
girl. Okay. Yeah, so I've never been drunk before, so there you go. All right, there we go. There we go.
Pikachu, you like this hat? Because there's Pikachu in the chat.
That is Pikachu. Pikachu is Scarlet Witch.
Hey,
Scarlet Witch is.
I just started. Oh, I'm wearing my Scarlet Witch. My
cool.
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah. What is that?
Is that Flash?
Flash, yeah.
Nice.
Flash.
I got the Big Bang Theory version.
Yeah, but I saw the Bazinga. I could see yours. I think Steve has the best shirt though, because that's the shirt I had that I didn't grow out of it. I grew. What's the word? I shrunk. I shrunk, and the shirt's too big for me, so I had to get rid of it, which really sucks because that was a great shirt. And that was a limited edition.
I think I actually got this one from Rotten Cotton myself. I think I ordered.
No, you didn't.
You sure?
You didn't get that from Rotten Cotton.
Okay.
That's from Fright Rags.
Oh, Fright Rags.
100%. It's a limited run. I know for sure.
Okay.
I think Scarlet's muted.
We can't hear you, Scarlet Witch. Use your hex powers.
This was muted itself. All right.
Hello.
Hi. What was going on with the comment about hiring a stripper in comic books?
That was nothing.
Not Skeptic. He's
weird.
He's weird. Yeah, he'll just say random stuff.
I'm sorry. I'm dealing with a hangover right now. I apologize.
He'll We're not sending a stripper anywhere.
Yeah.
All right, J-Man, you're gonna hate me, but I like J.J. Abrams' Star Trek films
Whoa.
because I really can't get into Star Trek.
You're getting
itself.
kicked off.
I know I
like,
am.
Okay.
I know I am.
Okay.
Now,
the,
just
the, the, the thing is that like yeah, I mean, like this is impossible because like they're actual trash, like they're actual garbage.
As
I
someone
think
who
there's
grew up on Star Wars and loves the fact that's kind of like Star Wars, I just
right. So
and plus I
So-
watched them as a kid, so
yeah, the thing is, it's like, so if you want Star Wars, you watch Star Wars. If you watch Star Trek, you want what Star Trek provides, right? Like, and these the movies are actually, they literally ruin the characters like really badly, like really bad.
I can see
Spock
how
is one
bad
of my
they are.
favorite. Yeah,
I can see
Spock
how
is
bad
one
they
of-
are.
like Spock is one. Like Uhura. What does Uhura do?
She
Huh?
complains about dating Spock. That's what she does.
she makes out with
Hey,
Spock.
Anthony. Okay.
Anthony, let's
Okay,
go.
Oh dear.
Hold on.
Oh,
Hey,
dear.
Anthony.
Hold on. Now you realize that Anthony hates JJ more.
Oh yeah,
More than-
I despise JJ, but it's just the fact that I grew up with the first and second JJ
That's
Star
fair.
Trek. I just kind of like.
Oh,
the
don't
movie.
get Anthony started.
It just
I
doesn't
It
hit.
doesn't
Give me
matter.
a weapon.
That whole
Scarlett, I don't blame
Star
you. I
Trek
grew up with that one
movie?
too.
didn't make fucking sense from point A to B. It doesn't.
I like
Hey,
Star Trek
and
Into Darkness
JJ
out of the three
The first
JJ
one
movies.
was trash. The second one was doo-doo.
Yeah.
I really like
And
this.
like
I really
every
like
film
the
that
second one when I was
JJ
a kid.
touched, it turned into fucking dust.
The movies are
It
trash.
does. It turned into dust.
Oh,
and
I
that's
remember
the reason he's going to ruin the DC universe next.
if that happens.
I completely
It's going
know that
to
the
ruin
movies are trash. I
everything,
just
bro.
like
I
the
mean,
movie because I grew up on them.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yo, he's gonna ruin everything. Then don't blame it. Don't blame it on DC when he's doing shit. Blame it on JJ Abrams.
Oh,
I mean,
That's the thing.
Hey, Anthony, what do you think of the new Batman costume? Since you're having that profile pic.
Anthony, did you
Oh,
spill
it's-
jelly
oh,
on
it's
the
the-
bat
it's the-
suit?
it's- That look like the Kingdom Come Batman suit.
Yeah,
It doesn't
Kingdom
look
Yeah,
the
I
same.
like it. I think it looks good.
It looks like just
It-
Batman
it
Returns
looks like
bat suit.
Same one.
Yeah.
It looks
No,
like the
it's not.
same one that.
It's the Kingdom Come.
I just wish they brought the nipples back.
Excuse
What?
me. Excuse me.
Hell no.
Why
But
is
like,
it instead of
the
nipples?
thing is that in DC
Fat
fandom,
credit card.
Andy
Never
Machete
leave the
said
game
that.
without it.
Andy Machete said that those two Batman movies, Returns and not Returns, Batman Forever and Batman Robins does not count as Michael Keaton continuity. So those two
They don't.
films doesn't
I thought
exist.
Forever
That
was
film
canon.
sounds
And it's
good.
continuity.
No. Yeah, no. What Anthony is saying is that in this Flashpoint thing,
Oh,
Forever and Batman Robin are not counted as part
No.
of it.
that makes sense. I hope, you know what? I doubt it, but I
It's
really
gonna
hope.
pick up after. I believe it's gonna pick up
Mhm.
after the end shot where he was look at the couch and Batman Returns. I believe. So, like,
Yeah. Ooh, what's that? Oh, is it the Hot Toys?
I already got that.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
buying that. I really bought it.
That's
Hot
cool.
toys are too expensive.
I
They're just-
can't
Well,
enjoy
I have like, you know how
These
many
two-
hot toys I got?
these
I
two
got like,
put
you know how
together?
many hot toys I got? I got like 8 hot toys.
You
Are
gotta
you
get a
serious,
nurse robbing
Anthony?
you.
Yeah, I got like 8 of them shits. I'm buying
Yeah,
this
he
one.
only has
I'm
8
pre-ordering.
statues,
I'm
he
buying this
says.
one.
This is awesome.
Oh wow.
I'm buying this. It looks
These
like
two
Henry
together
Cavill
cost
himself.
$50. cost $500.
I don't give a
these
fuck
two
about
together.
$100 or nothing.
It's ridiculous.
Yo, can you
That's
look
crazy.
up? Can you
I'm
look
getting
up
this. I'm
Kevin
getting this no matter
Conroy?
what.
Can you look up?
I just bought the $30 version. I just bought the McFarlane Toys one. It was $30.
No,
man.
these are 16
One
inch
thing that
figures.
bothers me about all this is that did he not? He didn't have a cape when he had the black costume. Black costume
Yeah.
was just a regenerative
Yeah.
costume. That was it, right?
It
Oh,
did.
let me
Well,
let me
I mean-
explain. Let me explain that. In the comics, it served a purpose. In the movie, it didn't.
Yeah. It's
Not
just there
really.
just to be a black
No.
costume.
It's
No, I
just to be a black costume. It has no purpose.
I
Well,
think
the
it
thing
explains
is
something
that
in
he
the
went
movie,
to
but-
the sun to get energy. Like, he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
weak.
No, there
And
was
that's
a
the reason
purpose
why
to
he
that.
beat up Steppenwolf so
Yeah.
much. Like,
Okay,
If he was
so he
weak-
beat up the
If-
Justice
if-
League
if
just
he was
fine without
weak-
it.
so but
He
Superman
woke
would have
up-
been weak if he didn't beat up Steppenwolf.
Wait, J-Man, are you
No,
gonna say? Are you gonna say
Oh,
that?
listen.
Go on.
Hold on. Superman woke up and beat the crap out of the Justice League. So he seemed pretty good to me. So when he went up to the sun and absorbed the sun,
Yeah,
when he
he's
landed
perfect.
back down, you're only saying that because you know that. What dialogue in the movie does it say this suit's going to help you absorb the sun?
I agree.
It doesn't say
Zack
that.
Snyder
You know
say
that because you
himself.
know that.
But we don't need.
Zack Snyder say himself.
I have to agree.
No, in the
This
movie.
time, I agree with Anthony because you don't really need. It's kind of common knowledge that the black suit absorbs.
No.
Yeah.
That's
It's
not
not-
common knowledge.
That's
to
not
the
not
average
common
person
knowledge.
watching.
That's not
Yeah.
common knowledge, Arkham. It's
No.
not. My wife doesn't know that. She's like, "Why is he wearing the black costume?"
Oh, I got this hot
absorbs
toy.
it.
I got this hot toy
No.
coming next week.
Did
Oh,
you
what
roll
is
it?
Anthony's
it?
buying everything.
That's
An-
awesome, actually.
Anthony, if you
Yeah.
don't mind
It
me
is
asking,
awesome.
what kind of job do you have to afford this shit?
You know, it's
Anthony, can I get a loan?
Can I get a loan?
They're like $500
That's
a
fine.
piece.
Hey,
No, this
John,
is $300.
where are you going to put this on top
Well-
of your Christmas tree?
Yes, this is
Bro,
the
bro, I
Christmas
got a-
tree
bro,
comment.
bro, I got
Uh-oh.
a three bedrooms house, so I got 3 rooms in my house. So the other one has like
Wow, that's cool. I just
Anthony and CEO, man. We didn't even know we were talking
Hey.
to a CEO.
hey Anthony, guess what?
He left or got kicked.
Oh really?
No, I didn't kick him. I didn't.
Okay,
Oh
then he
shit.
left.
He's
I
coming
had
back.
some-
He's coming. He's coming
Okay.
back. He's coming back. His
I
phone
had-
sometimes kicks out on him.
Okay, I got something to say.
Hot toys
He's back.
right
He's
here.
back.
Hey Anthony, you're muted.
Give him a second.
God
guys.
damn it! I fucking clicked the leave button. I clicked
Yeah,
Anthony, I got something to
It's,
tell
ve-
you.
it's actually very easy to accidentally click if you're on a phone. Because I've been on a phone where I've logged
on
in.
the phone
Like
is easier, yeah.
it's very easy. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Anthony. I would say Superman did pretty well at the end of the Justice League movie. So I mean,
Oh
I don't know
my
why
God.
you would need that.
Oh, God.
Skeptic, you're just
The
pushing
shots
buttons
of
now.
him doing well.
Jesus. Oh,
You
no.
didn't need the best suit.
Most of the fight from Justice League is Zack Snyder's shot, which was supposed to be the black suit Superman.
Yeah.
So
They just edited that shit out.
that's the
of
only
movie.
reason why he did
Honestly,
good in Justice League.
I don't mind the black suit. The only thing that bothers me is the fact that when he opens his chest or whatever at the end of the movie, it's not the full
It's
color.
still the
Right.
black suit.
It's
Yeah.
still the black suit, so it doesn't
Well,
make
it
any
kind of
sense.
makes sense because, like, at the end of the
Oh, I just used this
if
black
we
suit
get the
once. I'm gonna
second
go throw it
movie,
away.
If we
Yeah.
get in
Right,
the
because
second
he's using
movie-
no, but it's proving, guys. It's proving that it has no purpose. Because if the purpose was to absorb
Bro,
the
Dan
sun, once
Snyder
he
said that
absorbs
it
it, he
proves
doesn't
the
need it
purpose.
anymore. Once he
Needs it
absorbs
for
the
a
sun,
while.
Meter here,
He
man.
needs it to absorb the sun.
right. But after the movie, it's after the movie. The fight's over. He can go back to his normal costume.
Yeah.
His
I
normal
agree.
costume is broken.
And I just don't like it
Yeah.
because
Yeah, his normal costume's
His
broken.
blue
Hey,
one
it's-
is his normal costume is how you call it? It's fucked up. He can't wear it no more.
I
no,
just
that's a
don't.
lie.
No, there was
That's
a
not a
red.
lie. That's true.
They,
if you
they,
see
showed,
the
they
pod,
showed it in,
when he
in
comes
the
back.
back,
They
his
showed it.
Yeah,
costume
yeah,
is
it
reason
was
why-
right
there.
the
It's
reason why-
offered to him, and then he rejects it and goes to the black costume.
I
Right.
mean, well, first of all, Sean, you're a hater of Zack Snyder, so you're.
I'm just telling you what's in the movie.
The movie.
In the
Okay.
movie, it shows the costume going to him. He rejects
First of all,
it.
if I was
Look.
Superman,
So here-
Superman, I would choose the black costume. I
No,
just
it
fuck
doesn't
about
make
the blue.
sense.
I saw some
Black
armor
No,
there.
Yes.
no, it doesn't make sense,
Oh
guys.
my
Okay, look.
God.
In the movie,
You
In
know,
the
well, go on, but like, why does every stream have to degenerate into a Snyderverse debate? Like,
Yeah,
why-
that's
you
my
know what
question.
you brought it up.
like,
Sean,
you think
I know
Superman
why.
will be the same
We did
thing.
it.
That's my
Okay.
question.
Did it?
okay.
Yeah, brought
Okay,
it
so
up.
look. Okay, do you want to? Okay, we can end it. What were you going to say, Scarlett?
Oh
What was
no,
your question?
I had nothing to say.
He's got no
Okay.
dog in this
Yeah,
fight.
No,
yeah,
no,
brought
dog.
that shit up. No, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, brought it up.
Yeah. Okay. So, bottom line is, doesn't make sense. Okay, let's move on.
Bottom line is that Zack Snyder proof a point. Thank you. Okay, hey.
Yeah, that he doesn't understand why the black
Well,
costume
first
is
of all,
No,
there.
the
time
reason
out,
why
time
he goes into his red and blue in the apocalypse
Black
timeline
suits matter.
is to trick humanity into believing him when
Yeah.
he was under mind control.
Like the black suit purpose is he's not strong enough. He needs to absorb the sun's radiation.
Mhm.
He needs that. That's for the black
Yeah.
suit.
And plus, it makes him more powerful, which adds
makes him
better
more
fight
powerful.
scenes.
It's a good thing that I have everybody to explain Superman for me because I have no idea who this character is,
Also,
even though
they
I'm
just
5
saw-
years old and have a Superman cape and have read every comic since then.
Also,
I
another thing,
understand.
he just saw Doom's dark side
Well,
through a
Zack's not
portal,
saying.
so he's gonna be
awful.
like, "Oh
Zack-
shoot, I better prepare for him."
The thing.
They
Okay.
weren't intimidated by him, though. I don't think.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter.
We're gonna do the final say on this Black Suit. Sean's laughing because it's not the final say, but we're gonna do the final say. The final say on this is that in the scene he's walking through, there's all these different costumes. There's not a voiceover saying, "Kal-El, I sense that you are not there. You are not at full strength. You must be at full strength in order to fight in this battle. Here's a suit that you can use that absorbs. Here's a suit that absorbs the sun." Then he's like, and because he never saw it before. And he sees it, he puts it on, he goes up and absorbs the sun, goes and does the fight, the whole fight. I'm super okay with all that, but they didn't say that dialogue, but that's okay. Then, after the fight's over, it's like time has passed. And then he hears someone needing help and he does this, and it's still a black suit. So it doesn't matter. The black suit makes him look like one of the evil Kryptonians.
Agreed.
No, he doesn't.
So, because they
It
all wore
represents
black.
him fully. What's the word? Shoot.
I get what you mean. It's just like
no, guys.
I don't
Superman
think
is
it should
supposed
be
to
intimidating. He shouldn't be
Yeah,
intimidating.
right. Superman is supposed to be the hope. Is supposed to be hope. Nothing says hope like a black costume. He shouldn't look like Batman. The point is that he should not look like Batman. Batman operates in the darkness and the shadows. Superman operates in the light. He wants to be seen. That's the point of it. And if he looks like he's in a black costume, he looks like he's a villain. He looks like
also-
some of the evil
Not really,
Kryptonians.
not
Also,
really.
In
because they
Batman v
wore
Superman,
black.
people gave him shit for wearing the red and blue
Who gave him
outfit
shit?
for looking like the American flag.
Who gave him shit?
What?
What's his name on the
When did
news
that?
in Batman v Superman?
Who's
He
that?
literally said,
I don't remember.
So
I know
That-
Batman vs Superman uses a lot of real political pundits for some reason.
yeah, but
And,
it's,
and they say a lot of stupid shit. in that.
Yeah, it's a lot of
time
stupid
out.
shit in
That
there.
didn't. Wait, first, every
Yeah,
MCU movie say political
You don't want
stuff
to go
in it.
against Anthony.
Come on.
In the
Yeah,
ending.
yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter
yeah.
if Batman v Superman has political stuff in it. Every MCU movie does too. Every Captain
no,
America
but they're
does
trying to use it against. Yeah, we don't like the
No.
Captain America stuff either.
No.
Just FYI, but
Okay.
the listen,
You can't say the
this
same
this
shit,
this
no.
black suit argument, nobody's winning this against me.
Oh.
It's literally in the movie because people think it looks cool and people are too embarrassed to say they like the
It's-
Superman costume.
Look,
That's my opinion.
The final word is Deborah Snyder's. Deborah Snyder was asked why Superman has the black costume at the end when he rips open his shirt and he still has the black costume. She basically said it's because it looks cooler. She said that that they want to reinvent Superman in some sort of way that sort of goes against what he's been.
And she has a
before.
point.
And show something new, and so that's why he has the black suit.
Well, that's the
Nothing really.
filmmaker
There's no
reason.
real reason for it. I think she just thinks it looks cool. That's the whole only reason.
Right.
There's no
But it does look
person in
cool.
that movie
Not to
explaining
me.
why he would have the black suit. Just the authors think that it looks cool, and that's the only reason why he has it.
Oh, that just made me think. Imagine Superman with a symbiote.
"Oh my god!"
What?
It couldn't.
He's
Well,
too
why not? It's,
powerful to.
it's the director's vision. It's Skeptic's
Bro, y'all
vision. So it's
complaining
okay.
about one shot with this shot, the profile pic I have right now, this one. Y'all complaining about that. Come on, man.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
like
complaining
it.
about
I'm
that
really
because I don't like it.
It's not. I like the
Yeah,
color.
bro, but it's the filmmaking vision. Oh, so let's say, okay. So what about the Russo brothers? Oh, the Russo brothers didn't like Hulk. They make I got that. It's coming next week.
Well, I didn't like that either.
Yeah,
I didn't-
and I
coming
don't
next week.
I don't like Hulk.
My guy,
Who ordered that? Who ordered that?
Me.
What's Scarlet Witch?
I'm
You
gonna
that?
order that. I'm gonna order that.
Why?
Video, guys. Take
It
care.
looks-
I'm gonna head out.
All right,
I'm
Steve. Thanks so
okay.
much, dude. Have a good one.
It was
The
great
reason
talking
why
to
I'm ordering it is in my name.
Yo, can you look up Kevin Conroy King and Council?
$275. Yeah, American though.
I mean, I
In
really
Canada
like.
would be
Wow.
way expensive.
I really like.
Well, I
that
already
suit.
bought it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Did you really, Anthony?
No,
Are
you
just-
did
are
not
just-
buy already.
No, I'm probably buy like this Friday when I get paid.
I didn't buy that, but I bought a statue.
Anthony,
basically gonna be buying-
I'm buying. Today I'm buying that Superman statue, the black.
did you get a Justice League one?
You have to
No,
pre-order those.
Every
You have to pre-order those, man, because I don't think they sell out very quickly, don't they?
no, I'm
Yeah,
somehow
yeah,
able to.
yeah.
I somehow got Thor and Captain Marvel after everyone got theirs.
Well,
Captain
no-
Marvel
nobody
is
likes Captain
$50.
Marvel.
What about Thor?
Thor,
No,
they like
I
it.
could get
And
that for
plus-
50.
Plus,
Ooh.
there's still Hawkeye. Ronan Hawkeye still has his. Like you can still get his.
I know they're gonna make a hot toy of Hawkeye in the upcoming. They'll have a hot toy of Loki coming. next
Anthony,
week.
are you excited for the Hawkeye show?
Eh.
I mean, it's
Look-
Green Arrow 2.0, so obviously.
Let me show you.
I mean, it's the Green Arrow. It's the Green Arrow.
You can
show
still get
2.0.
Iron Man.
I
You
like
can
that.
still get one. Captain Marvel. You can still get Black Widow.
Hey,
Still
I
get
will buy
Spider-Man,
Black
still
Widow.
get
Ew,
Thanos.
Tom Holland, Trash Holland.
You can't get Stan Lee.
Oh, the Thanos
Oh, Stan
one.
Lee there.
You know, my nephew broke my Thanos one. That one right
You can
there.
get the Stan Lee one too.
He broke
He
that
brought
shit. I
one.
hate
like
that.
this.
Broke your
Oh, that
Thanos.
looked like Stan Lee.
It is
How much
Stan-
that Thanos was 415? How much is the
Yo,
shipping?
he
100
broke.
bucks?
Yo, my nephew broke the shit out
Oh,
of me.
what
I
the
told him,
You should move away.
No.
okay,
No.
you fucking. First
Dude.
of all, I will not give $1,000 for trash.
Wow.
Holy crap.
Yeah, no, it's
a
the
lot of
whole
metal
cluster. I'm
also.
good. That Thanos from
Yeah, can you
Infinity
look
War
at DC?
still.
Yeah, sir,
Oh,
sir.
yeah, I got that one
sir-
when it first came out.
No, you
First came
didn't.
out. Bro, when it
I feel like you're
when it first came out,
Anthony, I thought you were an MCU hater, Anthony.
well, I like both and DC and Marvel. I'm not like a hater.
Okay, well that's cool.
Yeah,
I-
he likes
I'm
everything.
not like
Yeah.
those type of people that hate Marvel so much.
Oh,
Ew,
Wonder Woman
that is
1984. I saw one.
garbage. Oh,
Trash.
fuck
It
it.
really
Face looks good.
This is actually one I'm
Oh
looking
my
forward to getting.
God, that is
If I do
The
Trash,
base looks good
man.
though.
should I?
Oh no, it's Dark Knight Rising. No, wait, it's trash now.
Hey, should I be like afraid because my fiance like and I watched American Psycho with Christian Bale, and he said that he was very relatable to Christian Bale's character.
No,
Excuse me,
I'm talking
but-
about Batman. I'm not talking about like that movie's okay. I don't give a fuck about that.
American Psycho is great. I like that.
It's
Yeah.
great.
It's relatable to
Look.
the character. Oh,
They
look
only
what
got
they
a
got.
Grant Gustin one.
Oh
Wait
yeah,
a
that's
minute.
awesome.
Yeah, let me see the
Oh,
Grant
man.
Gustin one.
I want to see that.
Let me see that.
Oh,
Oh,
I was talking about the
that
Robin.
does not look like Grant Gustin. Stop it.
No, that looks fine.
That
That's
does
not too
look like
bad.
Grant.
They have to blur out the face in that one though.
But that's the newer suit though. Why was the other one with
No,
the
that's
red
the old
background?
one. That's the old
That's
one.
the old
old
one.
one.
No, see, look, the red on the back and the red.
No,
behind
that's
is
the old
green.
one. That's the old one.
Yeah,
I
that's
like. I
old.
want to see that Robin.
Is that Mullen Wayne?
That was
Oh
a
no,
good.
that's fucking
That was a
Christopher
good
Nolan.
suit back in the day.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. I like it.
It's not too
Yeah, it
bad.
wasn't. Stop.
Oh
it.
my God.
It's the color
There's
scheme.
an R
but-
on his
Boy, you
mask.
got
because
nipples.
it
How the
wasn't.
fuck you got nipples on the back on the Robin suit?
You need
And-
you need to fit
Well,
your
it's very
The
nipples.
cool.
case
They're really
made out of
big.
leather. Oh my god.
Oh, bro.
No.
Just have really big
Oh no.
nipples. right?
Oh no.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I need that. I need to get that.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
What is this?
Yeah, why do you hate
What
it?
is
You need to get it.
this?
It's cool, man.
It looks cool, yeah.
And but
Yeah,
don't
the-
get me
the
wrong.
suit-
Like,
Please don't-
I see other people channel who has this, and it's okay. Like it looks like
Like those-
Val Kilmer.
Weird gills on his
I swear to God.
It was that was the sonar one, right? Is that
Yeah.
what that was?
Oh, look what
They,
they
really
made too.
They got Birds
there's
of Prey.
Nightwing.
Or $90, $45 for that. No,
Well, some of the Birds of Prey one, like Harley Quinn, looks
Ooh.
good.
I've sat in that Batmobile, the real one. It's pretty
Oh,
cool.
cool. Yeah.
I got a picture
$600
for the
for
real
this.
one too.
Wow.
$600
That's cool.
for this. And a
That's not
and a hot
bad.
toy can actually fit in it.
I feel kind of bad
Wow.
because I was a kid and I kind of like shat on the design. I was like, I prefer the 60s
Oh,
design.
wow, they
And I
got
was
Batman out of stock. They got Ben Affleck out of stock. Really?
No.
Oh, wow.
They got him from Zack Snyder's. I mean, from regular Justice League.
I
What
love
are you searching right now? Like, what was your like
Just
search?
search
Like, what-
Batman. Just search
Just
you
go on.
search-
No, just go on Sideshow Collectibles website and just type in DC Hot Toys.
Oh, is that what you did? DC. That's what I was asking. Yeah, DC.
Well, I
And
just have the
then
Yeah,
UK
Wonder Woman
we
version.
got the
of this.
84
Hey,
figure, man.
84, my favorite.
Oh my
That looks cool. That looks awesome.
Oh my god, what the fuck is that piece of shit?
The only thing I think. The only thing
What are
I
you
find
talking
really-
about, Anthony?
I just wish in the
Yo, look
movie
at that
they
suit,
had the
man. That
sword
suit
and
looks
shield.
So
No, but-
garbage.
She doesn't. Wonder Woman doesn't use a sword
The
and
likeness
shield.
looks really good.
Yeah, she does.
All honesty, though, the only
Yeah, she
thing
does.
I had a problem
Stop
with
it.
the movie was the armor breaks down so easily from the cheetah chick. Like that makes no
'Cause
sense.
Cheetah had Wonder Woman's strength at the time.
But that doesn't make sense to me because like how strong that armor was. Like it fought off the world, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So Cheetah had
look,
Wonder Woman's
Arkham
strength, and
Asylum.
Wonder Woman was recovering her strength,
That's
just
from
like
the
Superman.
Arkham games.
Yeah.
Arkham.
That's from the Arkham games.
That's not
Yeah.
bad. I don't know. I don't know.
I like it.
I know they
like
got
it.
one.
I don't-
I know people are buying the McFarlane toys for the Suicide Squad.
Nightwing looks good. Is that from the Teen Titans or Titans?
No, it's
No,
the
no,
game
that's not from
Nightwing.
Teen Titans.
Arkham game.
There's an
That looks pretty
That's
cool.
from the
Oh, that's
Arkham
cool.
games.
Yeah, that looks
It's-
pretty good.
Basically, since it's not out, it was only revealed recently, so it's still in this preview
Oh,
stage.
cool.
cool.
Yo,
The
can we
first
see?
Nightwing
Yo,
was
can you look
Superman.
up?
No one knows that.
Yo, can you look up Kevin Conroy Kingdom Come suit?
The
look,
hot toy or
I
what?
don't think
not
they
hot
did.
toys. They don't have hot toys.
Ooh, is there a Halle Berry Catwoman?
Oh,
no.
dear.
Very funny.
Oh dear.
Oh, the
No.
Mandalorian toy. Oh, I love Baby Yoda toy.
Oh
yeah,
my
Baby
God.
Yoda's the
Great.
best.
My fiance wants to legitimately kill that
Bro,
thing. Like,
the
he always talks
Mando-
about wanting to kill
It's
it.
Grogu. His name is Grogu.
Grogu.
Nobody
He's
give
always
a fuck,
Baby Yoda.
name, man. I
Baby
don't
Yoda.
give a fuck what's it called.
I think if I bought that, my fiance would legitimately
Loading.
break that.
I don't care,
Loading.
man.
Ah, there we go.
When I bought, I think my friend got me this for my birthday,
Yeah,
and
Who's your favorite character, J-Man, from Star Wars?
you interrupted him.
Like in what? In like non.
Anakin.
My favorite characters. I don't know. If I say Boba Fett, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, that's what everyone says." But I love Boba Fett. Out of the main characters, I like Luke. I don't know. I like everybody
Okay,
really.
that's too much money for garbage Boba Fett.
No, it's
Hey,
Bo.
Hey, J-Man, what do you think of, or all of you, like, what do you think
Oh,
of
the
Boba Fett and
Boba Fett
Mandalorian?
show.
Like,
I liked
Boba
him a
Fett show
lot.
is Coming out
Yeah?
later this
Yeah,
year,
I
by the
liked
way.
I liked him too.
Sean, did you like him in Mandalorian?
Yeah, he's awesome.
He was awesome, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where's
I
his-
like.
where's
I
his-
like.
Ah, here it is.
Although he's a clone.
I thought that was a Klingon for a second. I don't
Well, yeah.
Excuse
Yeah, he's
me.
a clone. Like Darth Maul
Damn,
looks
that
pretty
looks
good.
fucking
There.
realistic. Holy shit.
That looks good. Yeah, that looks really good.
My dad's favorite character was Darth Maul, even before like all the expanded universe stuff.
All right,
Darth Maul was really cool. Unfortunately, he died at. We were all Sean and I were really shocked because we're just like, well, what the
Are you
heck?
talking
We
about
thought
the
Darth
That was
Maul
the
was.
packaging of all of the figures and toys and everything. That was the design they used, and then he dies at the end of that movie. It's like, well, the hell, he didn't do anything.
Oh my god!
And honestly, Darth Maul was the best thing in that.
Yeah,
Phantom
he looks
Menace
cool.
movie.
And he had
Yeah.
that
this is my
No, I
favorite character
disagree.
here,
I
Anakin
disagree.
Skywalker.
Yeah, Anakin. Yeah, he looks good. This
He's
looks
always
I
pretty
been
love
good.
my favorite.
Anakin.
He,
Yo,
I love
I like
that
I like what Anakin say. Revenge is not the Jedi way.
they-
That's funny.
Except the third movie was called Revenge of the Jedi before they changed it.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You mean Revenge of the Sith?
No,
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 It's
Return
called
of the Jedi
Revenge
was
of the
called
Jedi.
Revenge of the
he
Jedi.
means episode 6 when he means the third one.
oh, sorry, the real third movie.
the real third movie. Yeah.
Can we all agree that
No.
Revenge of the Sith is one of the best Star Wars movies?
Agreed.
No.
It's better than
Rebels?
6.
And
Excuse
Rebels,
me.
When we see him,
I think a lot of people say that now, but like that movie has that weird turn. Like he
Yeah, it's
suddenly
turn-
turns
turn.
into Darth Vader. It's like there's no gradual
No,
turn
it's
to
I
been
it.
get
building
that.
up
Yeah.
throughout the 3 movies. This
No,
is
it
just
wasn't.
the end of
Yeah,
it.
but
Yes,
they
it,
didn't
yes,
show
it
it.
has. Yes,
He
it-
should.
No.
He's still a good guy in Revenge of the Sith. And
Yeah,
then
J-Man, why
suddenly
you have
he's
the
bad
Andrew
with
haircut?
like.
He's
things
been a
in his
good guy
eye.
in Attack of the Clones, but he kills
That's
the men
expanded.
and the women
mean Clone
and the
Wars?
children
True.
too.
It's
I-
also bad writing, but hey.
Episode
Not
2
just
should
the
have been
men,
like
but the
start
women
of-
and children too.
Yeah.
the thing is, I hope that
Poor Sam people.
He also hates
I
Sam.
hope that Anakin show
Anakin's
up
always
in the
been my
second
It gets in
one.
everything, Sean.
Yeah.
It's
I
really
know.
rough. It gets
You know,
everywhere.
I gotta
Oh my
say,
It's
God.
not, it's not
God.
smooth, like
It's not smooth like Natalie Portman's ass.
whatever that
I
is, like,
mean,
I mean,
You
she.
know,
Oh,
I really like in Mandalorian how the Mandalorian character, like he has a huge like respect for the the natives.
The sand people?
The
Yeah,
sand
like
people?
he treats
I love sand people.
with so much respect, and that's
That's
like
one of my
they're
first
so
big-
garbage.
so different. That's so different
They're
from everybody else,
trash.
like in the universe. Like everybody just hates the sand people, but he has such respect for them and like respects their land and stuff.
I like when they teamed up and when they went to go fight that big.
Yeah,
that was
creature.
so
That was
cool.
awesome.
Yeah, but my
That was
friend
awesome.
spoiled the whole episode, the last episode, because saw it before.
What?
When Anakin,
With
well,
Luke?
Anakin, when Luke
I
Skywalker
didn't
show
mind
up
that.
at the end.
If my friend did that to me, I'll bitch slap him so hard.
Oh my God, Sean spoils everything. Sean is the
Well, of
major
course, I
spoiler
will
alert.
spoil everything. He looked like a person
Hey.
that will spoil every movie.
Hey, I got a question for you guys. This
So
will
when
cause
we
a
see
lot.
when we see Suicide Squad next month, I mean in August, he's gonna spoil everything.
Hey, yo, I got a question for you all.
The thing
All
is,
right.
like, I just
What?
hope in what you said?
What's the
Who would win
question?
in a fight, Captain America or Luke Skywalker? Two captains in
Oh, Luke Skywalker.
Great War.
Luke Skywalker.
Captain
is
America.
not the
Anakin
worst.
Skywalker. I said
Yeah,
Anakin
He's
Skywalker.
going
Captain
lightsaber,
America.
right?
Anakin would still win.
Yeah, he
Exactly.
has a
Sorry, wait, who?
lightsaber.
Wait.
Anakin
Who?
Skywalker versus Captain America.
Captain
MCU.
America.
Anakin.
Skywalker.
Anakin.
Captain America.
Anakin
Captain
Skywalker.
America.
So,
Yeah, Anakin would
Did
still
you
win.
just say Captain America, Anthony?
Yes, fuck Anakin. No,
What?
Anakin-
No,
Anakin-
no,
No
no,
way.
no,
No.
no, Anthony.
You're
Anakin, let me
crazy.
tell you something. All you have to do is just put
No.
Anakin versus Captain Marvel, and
Marco.
Captain Marvel. All you have to do is just blast her.
What is this?
What?
Why Captain Marvel?
Because she's the stronger.
Captain
No,
Marvel
Captain
was-
America versus
You know,
Anakin Skywalker would just cut their hands off.
Not really.
one thing I will say about the Captain Marvel movie is the fact that
It's garbage.
It's garbage.
Oh,
No,
oh
well,
my
I mean,
God.
I don't like the character in the comics, but it was accurate because she was a bitch in the comics.
Brie
I
Larson looked like a
mean-
simp the whole time.
No, it is true. The Captain Marvel movie has a lot of problems, but Brie
Yeah, man,
Larson
you have
has
the
Carol
DVD,
Danvers,
man.
the Blu-ray, and I have
Pull
a
it up.
statue too.
Put it up.
The problem with the movie is not. Well, it could be her in the sense that if you don't like her, but that is the character in the comics. She's not a likable. She's not like a Wonder Woman where people like Wonder Woman. It's like she's not likable.
She's a stupid
But-
bitch in the comics. That's
She's not she's not
She
that
just-
bad. But yeah, the movie has lots of
the
problems.
costume.
There's
It
too many
does have
problems.
problems.
Hey, J-Man.
Black Suit Superman will beat Captain Marvel. Hands
Superman
down.
beats everybody.
J-Man, do you like what do you think of female versus male Captain Marvel?
Shazam
Okay.
versus Captain Marvel.
The only-
I,
Oh,
I,
you're
meant,
talking-
I meant the old Captain Marvel.
Oh.
Like
Marvel and
Yeah, okay, so
Marvel.
Sean was Marvel was dead by the time I really
yeah.
heavy got into comics. Was he still alive for you when you were reading? Because for me, Ms. Marvel, like Carol Danvers was Ms. Marvel, and Monica Rambeau was Captain Marvel, and then there's obviously Captain
Monica
Marvel.
Rambeau
Shazam.
was Captain Marvel when I read it. I went back and read the old Captain Marvel comics where what's the guy's name? Jones, I can't remember his name. Turns into him,
Hey, Marco.
Right.
Hey,
guys.
puts
Right.
together the two rings and stuff.
Yep.
That was a cool comics. Then he died in like
Yep.
a big like prestige format thing. But to me, Monica Rambeau was Captain Marvel, and she had the light powers.
Yeah,
That was my Captain Marvel. That's the one they marketed to kids
Yep.
when I was a kid. So
yeah. So for me, it was Ms. Marvel lost her powers to Rogue.
yes,
And-
and they
and-
had
and-
that in the X-Men cartoon.
Yeah. So and then Captain Marvel was Monica Rambeau. That's why the movie was problematic. Not, I actually like Carol Danvers, and I've read every Captain Marvel. Well, not every Captain Marvel comic, but the entire current run. I'm caught up to date as of this month, and a lot of her other major stories I read as
Yeah.
Carol. And I like
Ms.
Ms.
Marvel
Marvel.
one, like the old.
I have Ms. Marvel
Danvers,
number 1 right
Ms.
there.
Marvel, yeah.
And I have Brie Larson's autograph too. I like Brie Larson. I have no problem.
Excuse me, but what?
Yeah. I have no problem with her. But the movie makes so many mistakes. It disrespects Captain Marvel. It disrespects Monica Rambeau by making her a kid. It's like she should be equal to Carol. Like, this is really stupid. The
I
placement of
mean-
that movie is wrong. Putting it in the 90s plus putting it in between those two movies is wrong. Captain Marvel should not have been in this art or in this phase.
Yeah.
She should have been in the next phase.
I agree.
And Nick Fury turning his eye into a joke
Oh,
really
yeah.
irritates
Oh
me.
yeah.
I used to like it, but
Exactly.
I agree.
I think it's
I can-
very
Me, my
poorly
family
done.
hate
I
it.
definitely agree with you, Jay, man. Like the
Yeah.
reveal of Nifu, how he lost his eye was just really ridiculous, and it completely defeats the purpose
montage.
of
It
like his
defeats the
character.
purpose.
But we
I
know how
agree.
he lost his eye in the fucking comic.
How did he lose it in the comics?
Just in the war or whatever.
In the war where he was he got shot in the eye.
Yeah, he got he got
But
shot.
also
He got
in
shot in the
also-
eye, and this is, you know.
also in Winter Soldier the movie, he talks about trusting people, and that's how he lost his eye. I thought he lost his eye trying to save what's his name, the bad guy
No, yeah,
behind
I knew
Civil War.
I knew pretty
like Zeno.
No,
The
what's his name?
ginger.
The ginger guy who runs Shield, who turns it into Hydra.
Oh, you're talking about Robert Redford.
Yeah, I thought he
Is
saved
he
him
an
at the
actual
cost of his
character in the
eye,
comics?
which led to
Hollywood legend Robert Redford. Yeah.
Hollywood legend, has been in countless films, celebrated actor. He's now, what's his name?
That ginger guy.
That's partially my fault.
Who's that Humphrey Bogart character?
I don't even know who that is.
Oh,
Yeah, but
Robert
Winter
Redford.
Soldier
Redford.
is
It's
one
League
of.
Witness, Jamie. It's like, yeah.
No, Winter Soldier is one of the greatest MCU movies of all time.
it's the
That's a good
it's
movie.
the greatest MCU movie.
it's a good movie.
What's the greatest MCU film that you guys are talking about?
Winter
Far From
Soldier.
Home.
What?
Oh, Far From Home.
Excuse me. Hold on for a minute, buddy. I don't think that's how it works. Far From Home's not good.
But how about Thor?
Well, I thought Far From Home was like a 7 out of 10. It was
Thor's
like,
pretty bad.
terrible.
I'm not
Man,
gonna
Far
lie.
From Home's
Well,
like
I
a,
mean,
like a
I
7 out of
find
10
it-
sounds good.
I mean, it's okay
Well,
for
what
me.
was
I mean,
your
it's
rating,
just,
J-Man?
I think you're right. I'm with you on that. Far From Home.
Like,
It's
that was a
almost
7 out of 10. I just said, was what it is.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's okay.
I do kind of find it ironic that Mysterio would know the what Earth that they're on is called 616, like in the comic books, despite like
It's just a
revealing that
comic
he's
book
not from
reference.
another
It's a
multiverse.
fun script thing. Yeah.
I think that's just like a for fun. It's
Yeah,
just
it's
like
a
a.
fun Easter egg.
Yeah,
It's just an
he-
Easter
Far
egg.
From
we're
Home's
really
basically
talking about
a
the
4 out of 10.
multiverse.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea.
I don't think it's a
what-
4 out of 10,
I-
not by my rating system, but
Ooh.
I would say it's like maybe like a 6 out of 10 or so.
Ooh, we should rate the MCU movies.
Okay.
Oh,
But the thing is, I don't
Rating.
understand. I don't. But the problem is that like I don't understand people's rating systems. Like, if any MCU movie gets lower than 5, then I'm not agreeing with any of that because
Thor,
it ha-
Thor: The Dark World.
A 2
Is a-
out of
it-
5.
Boring.
well,
Captain
no,
Marvel.
I mean, just get.
it's very-
Captain
it's still
Marvel's
five.
the list.
Captain
cause
Marvel's a
Neil's
4.5 out of 10 for me.
No, I would honestly say Captain Marvel's better than Dark World.
Excuse me.
I'm serious. It's just boring. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Both of them are bad.
Yeah, Scarlett, just get
They
the
are.
just get the
What do you
tier
think,
list
Sean?
maker and look
About
up
what?
every MCU thing.
Captain Marvel versus Thor: The Dark World. What do you think is better?
It's better because it has Loki in it.
Are you
Okay,
Okay,
I can answer this, but go ahead, Sean.
Wow.
Aren't they
That's
both
I don't
terrible?
know.
I mean,
The thing
I'll
is,
tell you.
The Dark World is a mirage to me. I think back to it and it seems okay. I watch it and I'm like, Jesus, what the hell?
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I think this will make sense. I think Captain Marvel is better than Thor: The Dark World, but as a movie only.
Yeah.
But Captain Marvel has committed more sins against the Marvel characters than Thor. Thor: The Dark World was just a so-so movie, but Captain Marvel like ruined a few
Yeah,
characters.
it ruins the characters themselves. You're right. I mean, I think they could have done a lot more with the Dark Elves. And they
Yeah.
hired a great actor to do it and wasted him. You
They
know,
wasted him. Eccleston is a
Yeah.
fantastic
Yeah.
actor.
why bother? And you can't recognize them, and
You
they
can't
don't
recognize-
utilize them. You just get some bum off the
Age
street.
of Ultron's not good too. That's not
No,
good.
I
Yeah,
love
Age of Ultron's
Yeah,
like-
Scarlett,
I
just look
love
up
Age of
the
Ultron.
Yeah.
maker.
I love it, but
I
I just
love
know
it.
it's not good. I just know it's not
No,
good.
no, I don't know. To
I think
me,
it
Age of
goes on
Ultron is in the top because that's that's a fully functional Avengers team with Vision's like one of my favorites of all time.
Are
Like,
you bugging?
It might be the best Iron Man movie.
Can I tell you my? Can you
Favorite?
tell you what I think about each phase throughout?
Yeah, sure.
Because there's 3 phases. First
Yeah.
phase?
No, there's 5 phases.
No,
Yeah.
What?
I'm talking
No,
about right
there's
now,
4
my guy.
phases. There's 4.
What?
4.
You're crazy.
go ahead.
All
No,
right,
there's 4.
First phase is a 4 out of 5.
Oh, you
Mostly
bugging.
because most of the movies are good except for Thor. That one's boring.
Thor is not boring.
Iron Man
What
2.
are you? What are you?
I wouldn't say
Like,
Thor
I
is
mean,
Thor
boring.
the movie?
It's just
Yeah, it
another like
ain't
fish out of
boring.
water.
What?
Honestly,
Thor was not that boring.
Thor's okay. It's not. I don't think it's bad at all.
Okay, well, hold on. Let Scarlett give his
Yeah, go on.
thoughts.
Go on.
And
You should
mostly
be banned
because
from talking from Marvel.
shut up. And mostly because Captain America: The First Avenger was the movie that made me such a big Captain America
Oh, you
fan.
smoking crack.
That was the job. It was great.
I love First Avenger.
Yeah,
And
that's in my top 5 favorite.
okay,
Marvel.
Phase 2, that's a 3 out of 5. Mostly
Which one?
because Phase 2's a 3.5 out of 5.
No, he's smoking crack.
Because of Iron Man 3, Thor: The Dark World,
Iron Man
and
3 is one of the greatest movies of all time.
Oh, no way, Anthony.
It's
Sorry,
better than
I'm not with you on
84.
that.
I mean, I
It's better
No,
I
than
like it for what it is.
84.
I like it for what it is.
It's better
No,
than
no,
84.
Wait.
What movie are you talking about,
They
Anthony?
introduced Pedo Stan Lee. Come on.
Wait, what?
It's
Yeah.
better than 84.
I'm sorry. Wait.
What's better than 84?
Wait. Did you?
Iron Man 3
Iron
is
Man 3.
not good.
Iron Man 3 introduced Pedo or
Iron Man 3?
weirdo Stan Lee for
What?
the whole.
What? This
Yeah.
It's- I don't
Look,
like it.
remember
Don't
his
disrespect-
cameo?
Don't just.
He was given a 10 out of 10 at the. Wait, what is it called? But it's just weird. And
Mhm.
the only reason why it's not higher is because how disappointed I was with Age of Ultron when it first came out. Now I love it for what it is. I was just hoping for a
Charlie
darker because
Spector
that's what we
is
were promised in the trailers.
Scarlet.
We didn't get that in the trailer.
I mean, I gotta be honest. I don't remember all that much MCU films, MCU films because there are like a lot
Because
of them.
you are a Batwoman simp.
Oh come on, dude! Come on, Anthony.
Mar-
and you're-
Marco,
Well, that
I'm
is
not
true.
Marco, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
hate, but do you like Batwoman?
No.
well,
The show?
Let me
That
ask
show's
you-
garbage.
That is-
That show's
that-
I
garbage.
like it.
Oh.
I mean, the first season, I really enjoyed the Kate and Alice dynamic a little bit, but at the second season, I had my problems with it, like because of how they introduced a new character, how they sort of uses Ruby Rose's departure. However, it didn't make up for it by the Kate Kane subplot, which I am pretty interested in. And also, there was this theory. I showed this to
Right, right.
Anthony. There was a theory that I made ever since the first episode.
Yeah.
That
so-
I said-
yes.
They said Black Mass was going to be the villain in the second season. He's probably going to be the reason why Kate Kane is missing. And ever since I saw episode 9, I'm like, oh my god, I called it. I actually predicted that theory.
It was a predictable plot.
Yeah.
I mean,
my
Batwoman
predictions
is
came
trash.
true as well. I said season 2 was going to be garbage, and it was.
Well,
And
the
it still
whole
is.
show
I
is
predicted
garbage.
The
that.
thing
The
is,
whole
the
show
first
is garbage.
episode was good, and
The
then
first
it just
season
went
is not
downhill.
so bad.
I
The
don't.
first season is
episode
not
was good,
so
and it went downhill.
I mean, it's okay, I guess. I mean, I would personally give Kate Kane's reason to become Batwoman in the first place and decide to create her own identity instead of just saying, I'm not going to let.
Recast Kane and not introduce
Yeah,
a brand
they
new
could've
actor.
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree.
technically that's what they did, but I heard that
No,
what
no.
Carol Dries said is that the new actress who plays Kate Kane, Wallace Days, she did say that she was originally going to be the Ryan Waller character, but she decided to go with the Kate Kane character. And if you already found a Kate Kane, then just simply recast it. There's no need to go through that
Like,
process.
With the Kate Kane character in season 1, I didn't like her acting was okay, but like her acting wasn't very good. Like how she portrayed.
But Cobra
the
fucked
character.
that season up.
Yeah, like the season wasn't very good, and it's like the CW's trash anyway.
Okay.
But it wasn't. The thing is that the Batwoman season 1 didn't make me cringe. It was just like it was okay. I watched. I think this is okay. It's
Yo,
nothing
J-Man,
great.
pull out your Wonder Woman.
I-
Wonder Woman.
I mean, I tried to.
The Blu-ray.
I mean, I tried to.
Just trust me. I have it. It's right there.
My dad has Wonder Woman 84 on Blu-ray.
I mean, I gotta be honest.
No, he's talking about Batwoman. He's talking about
Batwoman.
I mean, I gotta be honest. I really do like the actress who plays Alice. I mean,
Yeah,
she,
they pushed the genders too much.
Yeah, she lives like half an hour away from me.
I mean, my favorite part about Batwoman season 2 is when Alice recognizes Kate when she puts on like the mask on, and it was just like she immediately recognized her sister. I thought that was like a really jaw-dropping moment for me.
Oh yeah, of
personally.
course, that was good. But then the whole episode was garbage.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
I have
like,
to agree with this with Anthony. It was terrible.
I don't know. I'm not with you on
The only
this
good
one.
thing about the episode
Wait.
is once he put the fucking fake ass face thing on her face to tell that was a sister, and that's it, and which it was. So
Well,
yeah.
Season 2 is a dumpster fire for me.
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah.
It is.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
Like it started off not too bad, and it's just like down.
yeah,
I
down,
agree with
down,
that. Like
down.
season 2 is just terrible. Like season 1, I didn't like, but I wouldn't say it's as bad as season 2. Season 2 is just trash. Like
Yeah, I hate saying
and
things
they
are trash because
disrespect
I
the
don't do that. But
characters. Like they disrespect the characters, the Batman characters. Like this is the reason why I do not never trust the CW. Is they're trash. I'm sorry. They're Flash
Superman
is
and
trash.
Lois is still okay.
Everything with CW is trash.
yeah. I mean,
Superman and Lois is okay.
I mean,
But
I feel
that's
like
not
Batwoman
technically CW. It's with HBO Max, so
Okay,
it's like
okay.
HBO Max partnership.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
I
don't
can
know.
actually agree. I mean, I can kind of agree on people's like opinions about season 2, and it's sort of like a downgrade from the first season because they're treating with the Kate Kane character. Don't get me wrong, I do think it's kind of interesting that they would. I would root it. I explained in a video is that they much like Lightning's quote departure in like the series finale of Black Lightning. They give her a few episodes until they until they do like a recast. Well, technically not, because it turns out that JJ was actually just an imposter. Pretty sus, you know what I mean? I would just have her like tease out this character and like side plots, and then have her like, you know, just take up the mantle and give her an excuse to find Bruce Wayne. You know.
All right. Last thing on Batwoman is that look, it's not Kate Kane is Batwoman. If you have someone else's Batwoman, it's not the right thing.
Yeah.
Period. I can't like. I mean, it's just that's not it. Just if people don't like Ruby Rose, if they don't like Ruby Rose, then that's fine. If people aren't liking Ruby Rose, recast Kate Kane, that's fine, and continue on. This has happened in the past. This is not like people have been recast. Changing the entire dynamics of the television show to insert a brand new character who is the central character of all of the relationships on the show is absolute terrible writing. The creators should be ashamed of themselves.
This is the problem with the CW. You always with the CW, you always have a good first season. The seasons are good. The story's decent. It's good. Then after that, the rest it just downfalls and gets terrible and terrible and terrible until it gets till it gets done or canceled.
I don't think Flash is following that pattern because I like
not Flash.
Oh, no. The show.
Let me finish. Flash is like it got it had one bad season, then got one good season. Like it's not in the path of Batwoman where it's just a dumpster fire.
All right.
It's like I don't trust like with certain characters. I don't trust the CW. I would never trust them with Batman. Oh no, I would not.
All right, let Marco do his thing.
The biggest the biggest show that had the most changes for the worst is Legends of Tomorrow. I mentioned this multiple times. I'm sorry if I'm actually getting repetitive, but again, the first two Legends were something that we never experienced before. An original team up trying to go after Savitar because a time traveler hired them. But ever since that time traveler left, the whole season kind of like became a joke, and it's all just goofiness. Heck, there are Muppets, Beebos, people
Muppets.
Oh wow!
Yes.
What do you mean Muppets? Like Kermit
The
the
thing
Frog?
about Legends is that the show is very short. It's only like 14 episodes.
Yeah, only 15 episodes. Like,
yeah, that's the thing about in the budget.
Not very good show,
is
but it's about time travel.
No, the first two seasons were very, very, very good.
Yeah, they were.
And then the third one was so garbage. It wasn't gradual, where like, you know, it kind of gets, you know, it's like this was just like all of a sudden season 3, it's like this is awful. Like
Captain Cold Die, I hated that shit.
I know, I hated that.
I can definitely agree. J-Man, I super agree with you. Like ever since they put the Bebo in the series finale, like that didn't need to happen. Why is this a thing? Who gives these ideas? Who has the audacity to make this Bebo character relevant? Heck, it was even in Crisis. Like it served no purpose. Yeah. Also, the weirdest thing I heard, it's getting a Christmas special.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, whatever.
Why? I don't know.
This
why.
is Doctor Who.
Supposedly the Bebo characters get saved Christmas.
And also,
stay away from Legends of Tomorrow, please, because that's bad.
And also, The weirdest thing is that I heard that the actress who was running the runner of the show for Batwoman, Caroline Dries, actually said that she loved the Kate Kane character and they wanted to quote send her off. I mean, you already found your Kate Kane. You could simply just bring her back. It's Kate's story. She started the show. I mean,
and she is Batwoman, so there shouldn't be anyone else. All right, guys, we're gonna have to say we're gonna have to end this. I gotta
ending on one final thing.
Okay, one final thing, yeah.
I mean, if you like the Ryan Walder character, and if you think that she wants to be a peeler, fine. You can have both Batwomen coexist. I mean, heck, there has been 2 Spider-Man, like Spider-Man and Miles Morales, just coexist in the same universe.
I can fix Batwoman. We need to introduce Jigsaw, and he can take care of Ryan Walder.
Wait, J-Man, before we leave, I would like to give my rating for Phase 3.
Phase 3. Yeah, he never finished.
Yeah. All right, Phase 1 was a 4 out of 5. Phase 2 was a 3.5 out of 5.
You bugging.
And oh god, I'm gonna get hate for this. And Phase 3 is a 2.5 out of 5.
I love Phase 3.
I hate it.
Wait, with Infinity Saga?
I don't blame you though.
Yes,
I mean,
Endgame was so bad.
I love Endgame.
I wouldn't say Endgame is bad.
Captain America: Civil War was trash.
I mean, I wouldn't say Endgame is bad. I would say it had a really great climactic battle. I mean, I'll give it that. It has that's the fight that we've been looking for throughout the past ages. The problem is with its inconsistent tone. Like, there'll be some dark emotional moments, and there'll be some comedy moments that just didn't land.
Yeah, Endgame has a lot of great things, but then it has a lot of silly, like the treatment of Thor is garbage. The treatment of Hulk is garbage.
I forgot that Ant-Man had 2 movies.
I like Ant-Man.
I totally forgot about those movies.
He's a fun character, but like I don't like Thor. I don't like Fat Thor. The other thing too is like nobody's talked about this
for the DC universe.
Yeah. Nobody's talked about this about Endgame. And Sean, this is interesting. I don't know what your thoughts are. This introducing the idea that 5 years has passed with there only being half of the population.
Yeah, they took that from Zack Snyder.
That literally messed up everything that came after, because now everything that happens has to be explained, and it's like it ruined Far From Home. It ruined a little bit of Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
I disagree.
I disagree on Falcon and the Winter Soldier Part 2.
You don't think that the 5-year thing ruined some of that?
I think it added to it. I think it added to it.
Yeah, no, I liked it.
No.
Yes and no. And like they cut out a lot of stuff. The problem with that show is it's broken. It's like what you saw isn't the complete picture of that show.
Right.
See, with how Phase 4 is right
agree.
now.
I agree that
why people don't understand black characters.
But it's super interesting in the movie. When they say like 5 years later, I'm like, oh my god, like and it lends a lot of like weight and drama to like what's going on. It's like there really are consequences to this. Like Ant-Man comes into a world that's like devastated, So it's cool, but the problem is now they feel they have to explain different parts of it, and that's left up to different writers' interpretations, and it's gonna get even more messy, right? That's
what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm saying that it's a problem because now in Far From Home they have to explain why are some people, and then you start to think, and you start to think it's like, how come everyone who's Peter's friend all happen to be blipped?
It's just a coincidence.
It's right because it's the plot. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It introduced a messy
from Anthony
thing.
Mackie hater.
I'm kind of finding it odd that they call like the snap the blip. I mean, it didn't really blip out. They just
everyone calls it the snap, and then for some reason Marvel said no, we're gonna like hashtag the blip because I
don't understand why.
Like the thing is, like
the blip is the 5 years. The snap caused the blip.
Yeah,
I wonder what happened when people are blipped. I mean, I can understand they disappear, but do they just like go into the future or something? Because they technically don't age. They're
supposed to be dead, but the thing is, it's Disney and Marvel, and they're not going to really say that, right? But
I'll give you a quote from Phantasm 2. Do you think that when you die, you go to heaven? You come to us. That's what
okay.
All right.
Spider-Man 2 was
That's a good way to send it off.
We're gonna okay, guys. Thanks. I'm gonna say goodbye to our guest panels. So thanks, Skeptic. Thanks, Scarlett.
Thank you.
Bye, J-Man. It was a really nice talk. I really enjoyed talking like like our controversies with Batwoman and the CW shows. Like, I really enjoyed talking with that. I mean,
thanks.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. All right, cool, guys.
You.
All right, take care. See ya.
Bye.
See ya.
See ya. All right, guys, that's it for this week. We're gonna be I'm gonna be on the Action Elite on Wednesday talking about the John Wick series, and then Sean and I are gonna be doing a Superman thing on Friday. I don't know how long that's gonna go. We'll just go until we can't go anymore because it's Superman. I try to keep these a bit shorter, but it's hard because like for Superman it's gonna be really hard. Like Batman. Batman went way over
2.5 hours.
I know that went way over, and it stopped being about Batman at some point.
Yeah.
So, but the Superman one is going to remain Superman.
We will try to make it about Superman. We'll try not to veer off into like Snyderverse debates and stuff. But yeah.
Right. There will be some mentioning of Snyderverse.
There'll have to be, but yeah.
They'll have to be, but it won't be debated, and nobody's going to like Sean and I's takes. So just get yourself mentally prepared. Get yourself mentally, Anthony, get yourself mentally prepared.
I have history with this character. What do you want me to say, man? Anyway,
you can't take my entire life and then change it in one movie, and then it's like it's supposed to be okay now. It's like no.
Yeah.
Anyways, whatever. All right, guys. No. Oh, Danger. I don't know if I'm going to do it on Thursday. I'll see. I'll that might just be like a pop-up stream. Maybe I'll probably still do it. But all right, guys. That'll be it. Be seeing you.